and welcome back, everyone, to the 27th episode of Unravel. This is a little weird.
Since it's been about a month, I'd say we do an IRL boxing match between Bree and George in about a month.
Because it's well, first of all, Sky's back, which is good. So it's been about a month. Like, it's a lot.
It's almost a month.
But she came back from a vacation. She'll be
Please
doing
shut up
this.
about that. I was gone for 2 weeks, not for 4 weeks.
Almost
Come on.
Almost a month.
Almost
Halfway there,
it
right?
wasn't.
Like
7th of August was
halfway.
the last time I was here.
It's been about a decade.
I just listen, everyone who's there. They already started this before we went live, and now they go on and on and on, and I can't handle this.
That's not true.
Well,
That is
She's
true.
making that up.
It's been 1,000
Oh my god!
years.
Can I make a persuasion check for the audience, please?
to
As
be
the
fair,
only viewer at the moment, I, as viewer, can decide that you are making this up.
to be
Why
fair,
are we even streaming then if
Bree.
you're the only viewer right now?
Bree, in
Potential other viewers.
luckily in game, the party also traveled about a month, so it's about
It's about a month.
it's about the same.
It's been a month.
Oh.
It's
No,
almost
okay,
a month,
it's
not
a
quite
month.
though. Like a couple days
Just
off.
No, it's not a month. It's almost a month.
Almost. A month.
Almost.
Jeez, don't do that. That's exaggerated.
So
Don't adjust-
to recap-
Why did I come back again?
to recap what happened
Because you love
the
me so
last
Welcome
much.
back.
session.
Yeah, I only love you, not the other guys.
Wow.
Just
To
love you.
recap what happened last session.
And I want to help you grieve about leave.
The party
Yes, thank
left
you.
Barbadoof
Right.
and started traveling towards Zhadka, having finished their purchases and their other business in acquiring possibly a laboratory in the future. On the way, you found a small troop of kobolds who are carrying treasure towards a dragon, according to them. When you entered the swamps, you fought a necrotic troll who seemed to be slowly dying, was very eminent on trying to kill one of you, and managed to slay a party member in the form of Leaf, Zero's deer,
Which George
Um,
didn't revive.
which George refused to revive to teach Zero.
Oh, you're
couldn't.
gonna do
An
it
impressive
weird like
a
that.
little
lesson.
bitch.
I couldn't do it.
Yes, you
Yeah, you're
could.
just a little bitch.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
You could, but
I
you
was out
didn't
of
want
energy.
to. Mm.
Afterwards,
Oh, I'm so
The
gonna
party
enjoy
had to
when
cross-
I make your life miserable.
the party had to cross a large goblin battlefield where large constructs were collecting the bodies, and through some neck-to-neck rolls, you managed to escape, and thanks to a very well-placed lesser restoration performed by Zero of all people, you managed to escape without any harm. A little while later, you guys ran into a massive creature which seemed to be dead and had a large, massive bite taken out of its stomach, which concerned some of you. But whatever killed it seemed to not be in the vicinity, so you continued on. A few days later, you eventually arrived in Zhadka. In the late morning, you noticed the village was built on the swampy beach, is halfway built into the ocean, and you see it slowly descend, with some buildings being partially submerged in water, some are not, and some just seemingly completely disappeared under the water surface. You could also see there has been a palisade, and I still don't know what they're called, but there were floating moats in
Boeien.
the water, boeien,
I don't care.
that held up the wall even into when it goes into the water line. As you guys arrive, you guys are maybe a little like about a mile away. You can see it in the distance. What would you like to do? It's a... Oh, you say it like this in English. Buoy. A buoy. Oh, it's a fucking
A
buoy.
buoy. A buoy.
Yeah, Bowie.
Yeah, that's what you call it. So
Buoy.
it's a buoy.
Buoy.
It's a Bowie.
Boy.
It's,
Accurate
I
enough.
don't believe it's called like that. You don't pronounce it like
No,
that, but
no,
okay.
no, that's what it's called now.
That's exactly what it's called. To suggest it's anything else is an
Get out
insult.
of here.
Floating balls.
Floating balls.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of like balls filled with air, bouncing on the water, floating on the water, or on the air in this
Yeah,
case.
you're just digging a hole right now. Stop.
Well, you're laughing a bit more than the other 2 episodes.
Aye. But as you guys are there, anything you
As
want to
we-
do
as
in
we see the
preparation for
floating balls
arriving?
in the water.
There's what in the water?
Floating balls.
Floating balls? There
Floating
are
balls.
indeed
Yeah.
floating balls in the water, yes.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, they are, right?
Yes, totally, sure. Yeah.
Is there a palisade around the city? Or
There is a
village?
as I said, there's a palisade that goes that's around the actual town, but then the palisade goes down into the water with the surface level of the ground. But then where the palisade continues around the city, you can see a couple of these buoys that are circled around it, presumably marking the edge of the town. And there is like nets hanging between them to prevent any easy travel.
Nets.
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 Okay.
N-E-T.
That's not just.
Not Neds.
And net is an
No,
English word, motherfuckers.
No, I
It
understood.
just doesn't
Nut.
sound English.
No,
No, that is long gone by now.
You also.
not nuts. No.
It's gonna be one of
That's
these
survival
episodes, huh?
game. That's
It's
survival
gonna be
guide.
one of these. There's
gonna-
nuts in between the balls.
Oh, fucking god.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. This session is going to take 6 hours instead of 4.
Yep.
Anyways, I would like to continue into the city.
Yeah. Continue describing the city.
This is so funny, it's destroying my internet.
That's funny. Alright, you guys continue riding over the swampy beach until you eventually reach the outer palisade. It doesn't seem to be incredibly well guarded in any way. There's no watchtowers or people looking over the wall. You don't see any like patrols outside the wall. They seem to be pretty content.
There's just
Um,
people vibing in this city. Okay.
When you do get closer to the entrance, where there is currently an open wooden gate, the moment you turn around, there is a small group of water genasi that seem to be wearing some type of scale armor, but not made from metal, from like actual scales, just pieces of what is presumably large fish. They carry shields made from turtle shells in that kind of way. They are not. They don't seem to have a lot of metal in their works because metal sinks. They, as you kind of arrive, one of them steps up a little bit, approaching your party, and goes, "Good morning. We do not
Yo.
often get travelers from in the swamps. Are you alright? Are everybody okay?"
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
How
well,
are you?
Almost, everyone.
Got through with some scratches because there were giant construct things. I don't know what they were. Scouring some kind of battlefield up, back there, but
Yeah,
other than
we
that-
do not
I
often get
saved
people
our
who
pets.
actually make it this way. We also don't get too many travelers. Well, what is your business in Zhadka?
We
you
want
to
a
acquire?
boat.
Yeah, a boat.
Very
Oh,
well.
passage.
That should not be a problem in that case. My name is Jana. I am.
What a beautiful name.
Thank you. I am the leader of the water breakers for the surface. If you ever need any help, you can approach any of the guard. They will help you out with any mysterious things. Make sure that you keep track of the tides, because I do not imagine that many of you can breathe water, yes?
No.
How do you mean keep track of the tides?
If you're here in the southern part of Zhadka, you can always remain on land, but the more you move towards the north side, and she points over to where you just see the water line in the distance between a couple of houses, it is currently becoming high tide, and at high tide, most of the city will be, or most of the town will be submerged in water, which is problematic for those who cannot, well, breathe water. But during low tide, you should be able to venture down into the lower areas, which is normally where ships are docked.
Okay. And how long will it be low tide then?
Low tide will remain until the late afternoon.
Okay.
Or low tide will return in late afternoon.
Do a lot of water-breathing people live here?
Yes, we have whole manners of people. We have Genassis like ourselves, we have Lokatha, we have Grung, we have lizard folk, a couple of Triton, and whomever finds their way here and does not mind staying above the surface most of the time. And,
Interesting.
well, if you do enter into the water, there is merfolk there, but most of you do not venture there too much, so you would not be encountering them too much.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
If you are
thanks.
waiting here for a ship, I would advise you go to the half-sunken hovel, and she points over to a ship that is partway, like, leaning into the water's edge. The masts are taken off. She goes,
Beach.
there you can mostly meet whenever the fishermen come back from work, as well as you can find yourself some food and a place to rest. And after your travels, that was apparently a little hazardous.
Yeah, anything else we should know? Shops?
We do not much have in the way of shops. We do trade in fish and such, but mostly we sail to other people's locations to sell such things and then bring them back. There's not a whole lot of people like you who come through this gate to looking for trading or buying wares, I'm afraid.
Fair.
I wonder what it's
Yeah,
like to be able to breathe water, I think.
I'd assume it's much like what we're doing now, but underwater.
Really? I mean, fish.
I figure.
Have you ever breathed in very heavy fog?
Yes.
Kinda, I
It's
think.
kind of
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
If
Like
you
a
are able.
sauna.
Fuck.
A little bit, yes.
Fog is like smoke. Zero.
No, smoke's much worse.
Not.
Yeah, smoke's much worse,
is
but-
Yeah.
But it's like heavy air.
No. Fog is like if the clouds above come down below. You can breathe in the clouds then. It's quite mystical. Anyways, thank you for your.
Of course, no problem. Looking for your own ship or somebody to ferry you?
It depends how expensive our own ship is.
The ships can be.
Me?
People here do make ships every now and again, but it takes a while to build, and most people that do have ships use them for work. So that was just a
I
thought.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not assuming that they would be very inexpensive.
I don't
Anyway.
know how to sail though.
Yeah, that's a problem too. So maybe it's better if we just get someone to ferry us.
Didn't Surfer Share say something
So,
else to us about this? About the ship?
Did he?
Did he?
I'm
I
thinking
don't
about it.
remember.
Can't find it anywhere. Why can I do write down stuff. Why can't I find this?
Do you now?
You're searching through your memory, like, what did he
Yep.
say?
Great memory.
I mean,
What did
we
he say
can
about ship?
we can you can think about that when we're getting some food. I'm
Yeah.
kind of hungry. So what do you say we just get into the tavern over there?
It's okay. What's the tavern called?
The tavern was called the Half-Sunken Hovel.
Ooh, the half-sunken
Sounds
hovel.
very fancy.
No, it's a
have
it's a large, what seemed to be a large sloop at one point, that is literally buried partially into the ground. It's a very long ship, and it's right at the cusp of where the water meets the edge of the beach during high tide, so it's almost halfway. And you see that the back side of the ship is completely submerged in the water, whilst the front still remains, in the air.
You would think that some rooms are actually submerged. Wait, some rooms are actually submerged, probably. Anyways.
Isn't a boat like supposed to knock that water in?
I assume this was stranded and they used this instead of building something, which is quite resourceful.
Well, as long as it stays there and doesn't float off.
I mean, if some rooms are, sunken, I don't think that it's gonna float off.
Well, only one way to find out.
Exactly.
You guys enter the half-sunken hovel, where you enter right below the front piece of the ship. You can see this once probably majestically carved female figure at the head of the ship. Underneath there has now been built a door, which in a normal ship shouldn't be there. The moment you enter through, most of this place is at a little bit of an angle, not too bad, but a little bit. And in the distance, you do see the ship descend into the water edge, some 60-40 feet away from you, where if the inside of this room just becomes completely submerged. There is currently a bar that is right in the middle. It's a little bit more on your side because it isn't completely high tide yet, but that also reaches partially into the water. Currently, at this time of day, the tavern's completely empty. Like, there's nobody in here. There is a couple of, you do see a stairway that would probably lead to the top of the ship, to the deck. But the hull itself, which is used as a tavern space, is empty.
I wonder what it's like when it's all flooded in air. Would your ale stay in your cup, or would it
No.
get mixed in the water?
No,
And why
unless
would
it's
you? And why would you order a drink then? Because you can
It's
drink.
very heavy. It's very heavy booze, probably.
Yeah. Just wondering about those stuff.
Anyways.
I mean, wouldn't everything just float off in your house? They'd have to attach everything to something.
Yeah. Kinda, unless it's sunk. Just like your armor, and I just knock on his plate of armor.
Oh, there goes Azira.
There goes Zira.
Azira just jumps into the water. She'll be back. Okay. See?
There she is again.
She comes walking back out.
He wears those little orange life things. What do you call it?
The floaties.
Those little orange floating things,
Floaties.
right?
Yeah. They're called floaties.
Yeah,
Anyways,
floaties.
is there a bartender, or is it just?
There doesn't seem to be at the
silent?
moment. Wherever that individual is, they are not at the surface, possibly. But if you wait a moment...
Yeah, I was trying to make noise and coughing, just
Sure.
like trying to get some.
Yeah, you try to
attention,
get
like, hello?
some attention from here, and you hear the faint swishing of water before you hear submerging from behind the counter, from behind the bar, coming up this rather large, muscled female lizard folk figure that kind of shakes herself. Some of the water falls off. She looks over. Oh, hi. It is good to see new people here. I did not expect anybody to arrive this early. Come here. Come. Can I get you anything?
George, what is that? George, what is that? What is that? What is
You've
that?
seen lizard folk before.
Sure, calm down. It's just a lizard.
Yeah, but never a female lizard folk, right?
How do we know it's female?
A female you have not
I
seen
mean-
before.
It's just the lizard folk.
Yeah, but like monster demons and stuff freak me out, so yeah.
Apologies for my friend here.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
it's-
We do not often get visitors from beyond Zhadka. It is odd to see little humans and another little lizard
Right.
folk. Those we
I
have more
figured,
of.
yeah. Could we get some food, right? Some drinks. And we were told that there were rooms here. Could we?
I have rooms for breathing people. They are on deck in the captain's quarters. Just kind of depending. How long are you planning on staying?
Well, we're trying to find some passage, so probably not that long.
You should probably be able to be fine later this evening. If you do need to sleep at least for one night, it will simply be 2 silver pieces per person.
Okay.
Well, that's quite reasonable.
For that,
Uh,
drinks and food are on the house. I hope none of you have a problem against fish.
No, of course not. I
yes,
like fish.
Fish.
It's alright.
And if you
I
wish
know
any
y-
particular fish, if you want drink, you want alcoholic drink, or do you want...
Oh, I'd like
Non-alcoholic.
salmon, please. Oh,
Something
I like
without
that.
salt.
Without salt?
Well, drink I can get without salt.
That was a joke because everything is submerged in water.
Very well, I'll
just
see what I
Wow.
can do
beer
for you
for me.
non-salty people.
just a beer for me.
Right. You guys,
I would
Wait a
like your
moment,
finest apple juice.
that we do not have.
Your
I'm
Jills. Right?
We have some in the
we have heavy drinks, and besides that, we have water. Normally to get rid of the heavy drinks. If you do not want heavy drink, I can get you water.
milk?
But aside from that, I can see what I can do, but you would have to give me a moment.
Isn't there some sort of fish milk?
Fish
no,
milk? Sorry, I'm just laughing at you.
no, there is not. I'll see what I can do for you.
What do you think?
She
I
eventually.
will just take something alcoholic.
She does bring out food for everyone after drinks, because food is prepared and takes a little longer. But after you're all taken care of, and I assume you guys pay to stay here.
At
It's
least
only
for one
yeah.
night.
Yeah, it's 2 silver pieces per person, meaning 4 people.
8 silver.
8
please.
silver. You, as you guys are readying, she does come back with all the food and puts it down. She's like, those horses and cart outside of the on the street. That's yours?
Yes, those
yeah.
are ours.
Right.
Right.
They're not seahorses. Ah.
I noticed. What is your business in Zhadka? We do not get many people here on horseback.
Well, we need to find some kind of passage to some islands.
So you're looking for a ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
Well,
planning on
passage.
taking? Are you planning on taking horses with you on ship?
We're not sure what to do with them. We haven't.
Yes,
talked
of
about it
course,
yet,
right? Why not?
Most ships
I mean,
are not
it's a-
big enough to support horses.
but- Yeah, I wanted to say.
Mm. But I already lost one Jill.
I mean, you won't lose them. They will just be, stored here.
They'll be stored here, and we'll definitely not forget about them and never return.
I know that what you say, what you're just saying, because you forgot about Jill.
I didn't forget about Jill. I know who Jill is. Jill's your horse. And the purse.
This fella. Oh my god.
In case you don't find, if you cannot take horses with you on boat, I will buy for meat. Or I can keep them here and take care of them for a period of time. Before then turning them into meat if you do not return.
Well, I suggest if you want to make profit, that warhorse is worth a lot of gold. Probably not great for meat.
But no, you're not slaughtering Jill.
It is
What-
just suggestion if you cannot take horse with you on boat.
Well,
I
I'm
mean, if
taking
we
her.
come-
I want to bring
if-
her.
If we come
Good
back, if we come back, we can just take them with us.
Warhorse and Chariot are gonna stay here as well.
You have 2 horses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, warhorse and chariot, and then I heard Jill.
Yeah, my horse is named Jill. His horse is named Warhorse.
So 3 horses.
No,
No.
2 because
Chariot is a chariot.
Kaart.
it's like a little cart wagon
Yeah, alright.
thing. Yeah, it's not a
It's a
horse.
chariot.
Small.
You wanted to make a chariot. You wanted to make a chariot. Don't talk. Don't ask about it.
It's a chariot.
Yeah, I should have
It's
made
actually
a
a
cart,
great
but
chariot.
huh?
What prophet would have done that for us? What great would have done that for us? How would we have crossed that river if we had a cart?
I'm just saying I would make
Could
a
you
cart.
imagine-
You did your thing.
Well then, make a
He's
cart.
having a midlife crisis.
That's not a mid.
He is way
I
too
am
young
far
to
away
have
from
to
my
have a-
midlife. Okay.
He's way too young to have a midlife crisis.
Okay, he has a
Yeah.
pre-life crisis then.
Yeah, probably.
I have not a
Oh.
crisis. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't know who he is.
You get
That's
the crisis
it.
early
He's
in
in-
life.
He's in puberty. That's why he's so annoying. Sorry. But it could be funny though. That you're in puberty. Dwarven puberty.
I am far past that point.
That's what they all say. Just wait a couple of years.
Well, looking at you, you haven't had your puberty yet. Because your beard's short.
Anyways. I like it this way. Okay?
I mean, he's the oldest of us, so.
I know, we
Right.
can tell, but...
Anyways.
I'm
How-
also
yeah.
very old.
Yeah, you're
Uts
very
is-
old,
Uts
Sarah.
is really old.
What did you say, George? Because it didn't pick up
Thank
right.
you.
So... all this... you know... aside, how are we gonna get on a ship?
Paying people, probably.
Right. Because...
I mean, I'd love to try to sail a ship, but I know that I've never tried before.
yeah, I'm not interested in sailing a ship, I'll be very honest.
That's fair. So yeah, I think probably we need to find some passage. Because otherwise... And I don't know how easy that's gonna be if we... Considering where we need to go. I don't know how many ships go there.
Well, let's not threaten anyone, and just looks at Zera for a moment. Let's just be kind and forward and just...
Yes, let me do the talking.
Alright, but do not insult them or be like racist like you were with the lizard folk. You know.
That's probably the right
You know,
call.
don't make them feel like they're
okay. So
just... You're good at acting, right? You're an actor. A performer.
no, actually not. I'm a performer, so I write
Well,
lines.
acting, performing, just think of it as a song, as an act, you know?
Same.
It's the same.
No, it's not.
It's the same role, don't worry.
No.
So...
Persuasion,
puberty.
deception.
Dwarven puberty, Jason.
Very different.
don't worry, the same stuff.
Performance.
Oh my god. What do you say? I didn't-
So,
okay.
are there any... Do we see any ships?
At the moment, there are whenever you were outside, you did see ships. There were like a few sloops out on the water and on the horizon in the distance, some a little closer by. Seemingly mostly fishing vessels. You didn't see any like large galleons or anything of the sort.
How far away was this place we have to go? Do we know that?
I don't
It's
have a
that
map of
way.
that, right?
Yeah, you
That-
do not.
Thank you, Zera.
Which
how
which area are you pointing at, Zira?
I don't know.
Which direction?
probably
Which
from
cardinal direction?
I'm probably pointing southwards
Aye.
because I'm
It's the wrong
No.
way. But sure.
No, that's. I don't think. It's more easterly.
Yeah.
I kind of ask how long.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
okay.
we should get a map.
Yeah. Because then you can do your map thing.
Map thing. It's called navigation, but
Yeah, that. That's your map thing.
Yeah, she's got it on point. Your map thing.
the map thing. No. Anyway.
You're the map guy.
Map thing is very accurate.
Mhm.
Right. We should get the map first because otherwise I can't do the map thing. But
You need to buy a map before you can do the map thing.
Of course.
yeah,
It's in the
yeah,
name.
I can just think of a map.
Hmm.
I need to. I mean, I can try.
You
to
can make
a map.
one.
Well, yeah, but we need to go there. That's
Hmm.
not of use.
I think
to us.
Utso doesn't know what the area looks like because he needs a map before he knows that. So,
Not a lot of people mapped out this area though. As far as you know, there are no maps of the Lawless Archipelago. You know that it exists. You know,
No, we have one right here.
the few countries who are actually been mapped out are Genova and Mornadale and Dorelia. Like those are done by their own people. Then Corpormunde and Holmunde are kind of, you know, they're more a single large massive city. And there's maps of that, and you managed to find a map of the Wildlands. But aside from that, none of the continent is, you know, actually figured out by people. Which means if you want to, you know, be the one to draw all those maps, that's certainly possible.
yes, you should.
But-
You should
But
make.
it doesn't help you with navigating a lot.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's true.
need to go there first. So
Yeah.
So how do we then do it? How do the people? We need to find somebody who goes there with the boat.
We
First of
follow the
all.
sun. Sun is coming from the east, right?
No, not exactly, but.
Follow
Anyways,
the sun.
You do it with stars, not sun.
Yeah, but when the sun is gone, you use the stars. Because in the day you can see the stars, so then you use the sun.
But,
Right?
Yeah, but usually you'd use stars, not the sun.
Did you buy a
Um,
compass?
Yes. You choose that.
Why are we arguing about what the sun's position is when you have a compass?
Oh, you like to double check, so.
Yeah.
What do you mean
would
like to
use
double
stars.
check?
You just look
Well-
up at the sky and think, okay, yeah, that's where we're going.
I mean, I don't
it's not that
suggest.
much.
Don't suggest looking up at the sun for too long, because that does hurt.
You kidding? No, it burns. That's true.
Burns pretty brightly.
Yep.
But yeah. Yeah, well, wouldn't you like to know for sure where we need to go instead of just trusting the compass?
Yeah,
No, I trust the compass.
I trust you with a compass.
Yeah, if you
How
don't
hard
know how
can
to
it
use
be?
the compass, then it's pretty useless in
No,
those
it always points north, doesn't it?
yes.
Well, there you go. It's like 1, 2, 3.
There's more finesse to that, but yes, you get the gist. Anyway,
I could probably do it as well. I just don't.
Of course, you can do everything.
well, why don't
No,
you? Then?
there's a lot of things I can do, like sailing a ship.
Yeah, okay. But none of us can. So, could Angie do that, maybe?
It's
Oh,
not
she
here.
isn't here.
Yeah, but just wondering.
Well, she isn't here.
Bree would
Yeah.
probably know. Angie does not have that capability because you guys had to also
No.
charter a ship in Deathloon before you managed to sail to Dorelia. So
Yeah.
way back before the campaign. So no.
Mhm. That's sad. So, Now, let's see if there are any ships we can... Let's take watches and see if there are any ships are coming. We can...
Well, I think we have to talk to the people. Can you just see from looking at a ship where it's going?
No, but you have to see
Oh.
the ship before you can approach it, right? Or its crew.
There are ships. I'm just not sure if we can reach them when everything is underwater.
Yeah,
I
we should-
assume
You guys are
that
still
they
in the
have-
tavern, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
assume that they would come here since this is a tavern.
No, they wouldn't come here. We have to go out there.
But
And see on the
wouldn't
docks.
Sailors after
They are.
after it, didn't they say that sailors come here after a hard day's work? We talked to the sailors.
But sailors
Might have
don't
a
go
ship.
out as far then, right? If they come back after a hard day of work.
No,
That's
maybe,
more like
maybe
fishermen.
Well, they would have more knowledge about the ships that come in and out here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a dockmaster?
Probably. I mean, we can't really go out there right now since it's kind of moist.
Who thought of that? That is such a terrible idea. How can you
Yeah, I-
forge underwater too? That would just not work, would it?
I don't think many people forge here. And if they
Mm.
would,
That's
they would
fair.
do it on the dry piece of land.
Mm-hmm. Not on the water.
I mean, I guess if you breathe the water, then it's fine. It's pretty useful that there's water nearby that you can live in. I don't know many people who do breathe water. Kind of rare.
Probably
Yeah.
swim all day and brag about how they can breathe
I
water.
have never tried it, so I don't know if I can.
Don't.
How's
We
How's
should
your
try.
character
101.
We should try.
That's
Let's see if you
that's a lie,
can
I-
breathe water.
Which
Oh.
I mean, you can, but
Well, Zero, let's try. There's water over there.
no. Don't.
Zero
Wait,
needs
I
flames.
know, because we have been underwater before.
Yeah.
I know
You
I can
all have
breathe
been
water.
underwater. You are
Yeah.
very sure you cannot breathe water.
But maybe she's learned that.
Mm,
Maybe.
hasn't spontaneously grown gills yet, so.
Yeah.
So unless we can suddenly breathe underwater, I don't think we can go out there right now.
Well, if we sleep a night, I can make us walk over water.
Hmm.
Then
Just like...
we would be above the dockmaster, wouldn't we?
We would be above the dockmaster, but we could walk to the ships then, if it's still.
Fucking.
That's cool, but-
Somebody's like fishing, these motherfuckers come walking up to their
Hey!
boat.
Hey, you just got me!
That's so fucking
I'm
whack.
bigger than any fish you can
We
catch.
tried to contact you for your extended boat.
Your extended boat warranty?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's
Oh,
the
that's good.
second hazard.
I mean, to
When
be
you're on a
fair,
ship.
water walk is a ritual, so you could just keep casting that, and you can just walk to the Lawless Archipelago.
How long? That would
That's an
take
idea.
so long.
You can't really. You have to find a way to sleep in that case, but you could do it.
Yeah, it would just be
It'd be
exhausted.
really
Or
weird.
just be exhausted and die. Because, yeah. No, let's go
How
with
the
the
fuck would
boat.
that work if there's a wave? Whoa.
Whoa. We have to
It's,
jump over it.
Try
mean,
jumping
waves can
over
get
50
pretty
foot high.
Like a
Yeah.
waterbed, I imagine, like
Yeah.
walking over. You just, oh, and you just break your fucking ankle because you drop. It's like a hard
Oh, yeah.
surface.
I'm just saying, you don't need a ship for that shit, and you could cast it on your horse, I guess.
Yeah, the horse could walk water.
Well, sleep is a thing.
Yeah.
Can't really sleep if I have to cast every 10 minutes.
Wait, and it's a ritual cast, so it will take pretty long, right?
Yeah.
10 minutes. So you would be able to walk 50 minutes, and you wait 10 minutes, 50 minutes, wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
And you would have
nuts.
to have a place to sleep in.
Yeah, that's not great.
Because George
Each
has
other's
so you have
backs.
to, you
That
have
could
to like
be.
carry around a dinghy or something that you can sleep in.
Boat.
You
But
can
the
like
har-
drag it behind you or something. I don't know. I'm just giving you options here.
Just- Oh, just cart a boat. Just put the horses on a boat and then just sit in there and have the horses water walk.
Yeah, could be. It's a great idea, I think. Let's make the horses water
Do you
walk.
want to do this stupid shit because we can do that?
At one
Yeah,
point,
why not?
the horses wouldn't fit in the dinghy though. So whenever
They would
George
just
goes to
fucking
sleep,
drown.
the horses do die.
Just-
No, you
So-
just get them aboard first. How, I
They're
don't know,
gonna
but
fit
yeah.
on it.
You would
They're not
rather
gonna
have the
fit.
You would rather have the horses walk over water.
Yeah.
How long would it take? Because that sounds like
Pull a boat. Which
How
can
long that
also-
would take?
If you can pull.
I would say that you're traveling at half speed. Just, you know, even if you have the horses to reach the Lawless Archipelago, do you want to have an inhabited part of the Lawless Archipelago or just the Lawless Archipelago? Well, you guys don't know where you're going, so.
No.
Let's
was
see.
you that
First,
I
you'd have
gave
to
me.
first you'd have to travel 2 days over land,
Oh, okay.
and then it would cost at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days to reach land. About a week. So yeah, but you're a little over a week.
So the horses would definitely die.
No.
no, or I would die. Because I
Right.
have to
Yeah.
continuously.
Yeah.
Stay up
that's true.
casting shit.
But
Um,
imagine the stories if we do succeed. That would be a hell of a story we could tell.
Let's not risk that. I mean, there are
We
other
walk
stories we can
over the
tell.
ocean.
Let's try it on the way back.
Yeah. Just for a time. Let's see her water walk for a time. And then let her get back on board.
I just feel like it could be so interesting.
Yeah, it could be, but it's also fucking dangerous.
I mean, if we just
Come
during
on.
sleeps, in theory, people could just wake me up real quick.
No.
Just be like, hey, you have to
No,
do it,
because-
and I'm like, oh, yeah, then I cast it because it
No.
doesn't take that long if I cast it with.
You have
with
to cast
actual-
it for 10 minutes.
No, I could do it as well instantly if it needs to be done.
But
Just for the nights, you know.
You would have to be.
No.
The thing is, you would have to be. Would have to sleep at one point. So
Yeah.
the thing is, if you have horses, you need to be able to have them somewhere where they can be while you sleep.
Yeah. That's the hard part. And
They
that's
can be
the
in the
hard
ocean.
part. No.
No.
Then
You
we'll
just-
Then
they
they
will
die.
drown.
do you just not want to?
Unless they are Elsa's water horse.
Do you just not
but,
want to
huh?
go on a boat?
Yeah, that
This
was
sounds
the
a
original
whole lot of
plan.
work.
No one about.
I would want
Yeah,
to go
this
on a
sounds
boat,
like
but
a
I
whole
don't
thing.
like losing the agency. You know, we can't. I don't know how a ship works.
Well, maybe you can learn that.
Plus, Bree
Yeah.
wants to take the horses, and now we're gonna put them on a ship.
I want the horses to be alive because I don't want that lizard folk lady to eat them.
I try to look for the lizard folk lady if she is listening in on this crap.
Yeah, don't say that.
She's not
stuff, huh?
necessarily like listening in, but she's
But she
present in the
hears-
tavern if you do wish to talk to her.
She does hear this.
Are you
I
hearing
think.
this shit?
Ah,
Can't any of you do that?
no, I was not paying attention.
They want to walk over water to get to the place where we need to go.
There's
with
only
the
one
horses
problem.
and all.
I ain't seen nobody who can walk over water.
Well, they have.
Don't
magic
worry
to
about
do
it.
with
But you could also
What
do that
tree?
for, I think, a lake or something, not the big ocean. Come on, just
I want to
think
walk
this
over
through.
water.
Think
Let's-
this through.
Let's
on.
test it first on a smaller
George,
body
let
of
me
water.
walk over
Yeah.
water.
Let's find. Is there a? Is there? I turn to the lizard folk
Mhm.
lady. Is there a lake in the neighborhood, like smallish?
Not lakes, but there's enough water in the swamp, and we're next to an ocean.
Just a little.
She also
Yeah,
kind of looks over
bit
at
of
you know
water.
half of the surface of the floor that's like submerged. There's just water there as well. There's enough water
Oh, yeah.
around if you want to experiment, like try out stuff with water walk.
I
Let
mean,
me walk over water.
at least let Zera walk over water for a little bit. I'm
I
not
don't
saying
actually
do
have it at the moment. Like I wasn't.
It's tomorrow.
That's not how it works.
it. Good.
Well, so we have to wait till it's night so we can speak to some sailor dudes about a ship.
Or
What
you
are we
walk.
gonna? Or we walk.
Let's not walk.
Let's
I'm highly
walk.
against the idea
only
of
leave
walking.
tomorrow. What are we gonna do for the rest
Like
of
how
the day?
Max and I are both kind of like, yeah.
We could walk. It's an option.
Good walk.
No, don't! You'll die. And you're the only one who can revive us all. I mean,
that would be a cool way of dying, though.
It would be a useless way of dying.
yeah.
That's if we
I
die.
think drowning is pretty terrible as a
Yeah.
way to die.
No, it wouldn't be drowning
It
because we're
takes
walking
so
over water.
long.
No, I
George?
would die of exhaustion. I really wouldn't. It just doesn't. No.
Hey,
You
George,
would, but
I'm
we
begging
wouldn't
you.
die of exhaustion.
Don't do this, please.
George,
Please.
George,
Don't
George,
walk
I have
on
a
water
question.
to the place where we need to go, please.
George, I have a question.
Hmm?
George, if you decide to do this and die, can I have your stuff?
No.
It's not like you're his child. I mean, you're not getting everything after he dies.
Yeah, that's why she wants to know, I guess.
Yeah.
Look, if I die in the ocean and I go down to the bottom, good luck getting.
Yeah.
The point is,
With your
that's
armor,
not gonna
you would-
happen. Have a bit of faith.
No, I don't.
In what? In your abilities?
In Moradin.
I
I'd
don't
rather
have,
have faith
it-
in your abilities.
yeah, I don't have that much faith in Moradin. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good for you that you have faith in Moradin, but
That
you
hurts
still
me.
need some sleep. That's something you just need. Moradin can't give you that. You need to sleep while you want to survive. So, if you're not sleeping and if you are constantly water walking, how are you going to be there alive?
No, I can just lay in the cart, spare as much energy. Or the boat, in that case.
What about the horses? They would need sleep as well.
Yeah.
We'll just have to, keep it up on them so they can just sleep on the water.
Can't we get potions of sleep or something? Potion of long resting. So you take it in and then you have all the benefits from a long rest.
That would have been
would
maybe
be-
something to look for in Barbadoof, but
Yeah.
It would also be pretty overpowered, I'd say.
Yeah, I also think. Not if you make it too expensive to buy. But
Well, anyways, if we have to wait until the evening before we can talk to a sailor dude and before tomorrow, before I get to walk over water, I say I wanna do some stuff in a room. No one's allowed to bother me, so.
you want to do some stuff in a room.
And no
That's-
one's allowed to bother me. Goodbye!
What are you going to do,
You're
Sarah?
You're not gonna make a bomb, are you?
And Zira leaves up the stairs onto the top of the deck and into the area of the captain's quarters, where there are the captain's quarters itself has been divided into multiple rooms,
Well-
to which you have access after you paid. So
Well, I mean, she's a toddler. What can she do?
speaking of
Make
that,
a bomb.
Zira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do something I've been dying to be able to do, and now I have the time. I'm
Okay.
gonna experiment with blood.
Experiment with blood? What?
Okay. You want to
Gotta make an
experiment with
antidote.
blood?
Gotta
Okay.
make an antidote.
You want to work on the antidote?
Yeah.
Do you have?
Come on, saying experimenting with blood sounds.
I'll
way
say, do you
cooler.
have alchemist supplies with you at the moment?
Yes,
It
I
does
have
sound
them
way
with
cooler.
me.
Okay. If you want to spend the remainder of this day trying to figure out the antidote, then you can. If that's the case, I would like for you to... What am I looking at? Go ahead and roll... we're going to be doing a couple of checks. Against a DC that I have set. Do you have proficiency with alchemist tools?
Yes.
In that case, I would allow for you to make either a regular roll intelligence check. Or you can make a regular intelligence check, or you can make a medicine check. That's up to you. But we're going to be rolling a couple.
Okay. I'll take the regular intelligence check. Oh my god, that's such a low roll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, first of all. Oh, but you did.
Yeah.
Well,
that
I
was a
always
very
say
low roll.
don't roll it until I tell you to roll. So it was in against your favor before. So this time will be I guess it might be in your favor. Go ahead and roll an intelligence roll. We'll begin.
That's
Well,
a bit better.
A
Okay.
bit. Just a bit.
First is a 10. All right, go ahead and roll again.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
Are you
no,
proficient with alchemy tools? You said no, right?
yes, I am.
Oh, you can add your proficiency bonus to any of the checks.
Oh,
as
okay,
well.
then it's
Sorry.
13 and a 12.
13 and a 12. Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
And that's a 25.
All right. We're not done yet. Go ahead and roll again.
24.
24. All right. Go ahead and roll again. This is the last one.
11.
All right. You begin to experiment with this blood. Some of it seems to be strange to you. There's elements to this
Just some of
that well, first of all, it's definitely corrupted. You notice that instantly. It is completely discolored. And while you swirled around a little bit, because after you've kept it still for a while, a lot of the blood sinks to the bottom. If you swirled around, there seems to be these dark strings of blackish, like little tendrils that are floating around in there, which is not healthy. You begin to experiment with it, and you get close to understanding the blood itself, which is the first step into separating it from the poison, and then the poison reversing it to make an antidote. But right near the end, when you're trying to, when you almost got it, there's a small flash of blackish energy, like ink, that a squid would squirt out, just and fills up the little vial. You wait a moment, you swirl it a bit, you let it rest, and seemingly it seems to dim down a tiny bit, but this sporadic explosion of black energy has, for the day, corrupted your work, and you have not come closer to creating the antidote. Sadly.
Damn it. Now I
In
have
this
wait
way, you
till
have to get it
tomorrow.
closer a couple of times before you can reach what you are trying to accomplish. And
That's
then,
fine,
the
that's
problem of
fine.
making the antidote comes there, but, it's the steps there. That was the first one, and sadly, you just not made it. You got close, though.
Sad. Well, better looks next time.
That's what Zira is doing the rest of the day. What is any of you doing? You guys were still in the tavern. Is there anything specifically you want to do before the sailors return from their day's work?
Well, since we're close to water, I'd like to search for pearls
Water.
because I need those.
Well, there's a difference between pearls and the pearls kind you need.
Yeah,
Because
So-
you need pearls from a giant clam,
yeah, giant.
which are
clam.
clams as large as a horse, which is
What?
something you found out during your during your figuring out how to make these items.
Are
These
there
are
even-
massive underground clams, and the pearls
So
are
the
like
pearls
that.
are like this. Oh,
No,
like,
like that.
this.
Like a good
Why are
like
these-
a softball size.
Okay. Okay. But there are not any Do I know any
On
of
the coast here? Nah. Those are some
No.
deep sea creatures.
deep sea thing? How can I obtain some of those?
You know, there are either divers that could get them to you. A lot of creatures live underwater. There
Yeah.
is very, very expensive jewelers in larger cities that could probably provide some of those.
Yeah.
Or you could go into the water very, very deep and try to find them yourself.
With my constitution of +1, I don't think so.
And you would have to find some type of magic.
Yeah.
But you can still.
Um,
There is a beach here. The beach does is in a mid change throughout the day. You know, between in this city. The ebb and the low tide and high tide is much more varied here than it ever was near Genova. Like the low
Yeah.
tide is really low and the high tides are really high.
So
Probably
you see the
something
difference
with
between those.
well,
Much,
on a regular beach you can see the difference, but on this
Yeah.
beach the distance and the height is just so much more, which might point towards why they call this area the realm of elements. The elemental force of the water here is much stronger than anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
So the beach changes a lot. You can still scour the beach to see if you can find something if you're looking for something, but the pearl you're specifically looking for probably not going to be here.
Yeah. Well, I just can look around, looking for someone who I think is of deep waters and could get me some of those pearls, right? But it would be hard to.
Yeah, the pearls are when you go if you want to buy them at a jeweler, they're very expensive because they
Yeah.
are incredibly large clams that live deep under the ocean that house
Yep.
these massive pearls,
Mm-hmm.
which means they're hard to come by. If you want to find out where you could find the clams, you might have to do some research. How you could obtain the pearls outside of buying them from higher end jewelry stores. Or fishermen, who go out to the deep sea to fish might possibly have one at some point, but that's more of a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Like your average fisherman is not going to be pulling that stuff up because if they do, they would all be crazy rich.
Yep. Okay. I'm first asking those guys. What are they gonna do today? Otherwise, I'm gonna get some research done.
Well, research you would have to do in a place where there is research to be done. There's no libraries or place of study really. So, in that way, these places don't offer a whole lot of
Activities
possibilities.
to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
If do
Okay.
that you don't see it out there. You could go and ask someone if there is a place like that or somebody you could learn from.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
Okay. Well, just again, my question to these guys: what are you gonna do?
Get drunk. Ponder about the water walking thing.
That's doable.
And then I'm gonna sleep.
There's not much to be done here, so I'll probably try to talk him out of the water walking thing, and if that doesn't work, try to accept it. And
I'll remind you guys because I'm assuming that some of you forgot. There are still unidentified items within most of you guys' inventories. If you're not doing anything anyways, if you have an interest in those, if you hadn't forgotten them, you could have those identified, or you can fix something. There are things that you can do, which I hope you haven't forgotten. It's not really my place to tell you, but I will anyways.
Do we have items that need to be identified?
I don't.
People might
Well-
not remember.
Well, let's check it out. I'm literally grabbing my backpack and see what's inside there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I know everything.
There was
That
also
seems
still
like-
unwritten letters and logs and stuff that you guys obtained in the Wildlands. You just haven't had the time to fix any of that yet, or do any of that yet. But if
Yeah,
not, then that's fine.
I don't.
I don't think so.
In that case, you guys spend the two of you at least spend your day drinking and eating and trying to ponder the idea
Wait.
of walking to an archipelago.
If before I do that, I do recall that Zera was learning some ancient language, which might be useful if we encounter more of that. And it's ancient tombs, so that's something I might be interested in. So I will go look. Ask her for that book.
Right? You go up to Zera, knock on the door. Zera, you're midway through your antidote. Oh, she's not here. She's currently midway through her antidote creation. She's, inspecting the vial, working with it, has her alchemist tool set up. Utsul knocks on your door.
Zera,
No response.
Zera, are you there?
Too focused on the work.
Too focused on the work, I'm afraid.
Too bad of an internet connection.
No, it's just very, very busy. She did tell everybody to not disturb her, so maybe it's that, but doesn't seem to be
Nah.
answering.
Can I try to open the door?
Sure. If you do open the door, she'll probably be like, Utsul, give me my time, and kind of shuts it in. In the way of, you can talk to her if she's here, but if she's not here,
Yeah, no, I know.
she gone. Oh, here she is. Zera. Nope.
Internet.
Yeah,
Nice.
there she is.
Utsil just knocked on your door and walked in.
I waited.
Yeah. Utsil waited for a moment, but, knocked on your door and then eventually walked in. You were going to push him out unless you wish to do anything else.
Wait, what? I missed everything. I don't know what's happening.
Utsil came up to your door midway through while you were working on the antidote, knocked on your door, waited for a moment, before then walking in.
After not getting an answer, I just try to open the door. It was open, and I would just walked in.
So we missed the entire part where I said that the door was locked.
Oh, so the door is locked. Aye. Yeah,
Oh,
tries to walk in, but
the
door's locked.
Zera,
I will have to admit I will be way too busy to pay any attention to what's happening.
damn it! I'll just ask later then.
No. So you leave
Defeated, I will
zero
walk
B
back.
for the moment.
That's why I said don't disturb me.
That's
I
fair.
mean, you gotta try.
Alright, but if nobody else is doing anything. In the
Yeah,
evening.
I wanted to talk just to be on the streets, trying to see if I can get in contact with someone who knows anything about giant clams.
I would say the first person you would most likely encounter on the streets, because it's not a massive town, is the Wavebreaker Yana, the one who you met whenever you entered the town. Upon speaking of giant clams, she seems to be familiar with their existence, though not something that anybody nearby ever pulled up in their nets. Though if you're looking for some, you have the chance to. She goes, the one person I know who could possibly help you with such pearl is Gustav the Humble. He is our leader. He lives, well, underwater at the moment, but later in the evening, when tide is low, his top floor is exposed, and you could possibly see. It's a large building at the end of this street, which normally is visible whenever water is not as high. Knock on door, there is a chance he opens. He is little strange, but might be able to help you out with such matters.
Thank you. Well, I think I might pay him a visit then.
Yes, just Gustav. You'll be
Gustav.
able to find him.
Yeah, okay. So, asking for directions then to his place?
No, when you do that, she pointed down the street and she says, whenever the tide is low, his top floor is exposed. You cannot miss it, but at the moment, underwater.
Yeah, okay.
So she just points to water. Just
Yeah.
Basically.
there.
It's like, it's right there, but,
Sweet water.
water.
Yep. Okay. So then I have to wait until the tide is low.
Yeah, and around 6...
Oh, returning.
water is again low at around 6 p.m.
Okay. Then I'm joining George for some beers.
I think. Oh no, sorry, midnight. It's low again at midnight because it goes up
Okay.
midday and then low midnight. I'm pretty sure that's about it. I'm not sure. I'm not a water person. It's either
Yeah.
either every 6 hours or every 12 hours.
Every 6 hours, because it's 4 times in a 24
Oh right, you just
hours.
came off a boat.
Yeah. My father knows.
Let's see.
He always has this little book.
Two high and
Enkhuizen
2
Almanac.
lows every
And it
24 hours and 15
It has all the
minutes.
times in it.
So yeah, because you guys arrived at around midday, it was high at midday, so it'll be low at 6, and then high at midnight, and then low at 6
Yeah.
in the morning.
Okay.
Which means around dinner time, you guys want to reconvene in the half-sunken hovel, or do you want to go to the to Gustav first, or do you want to bring any of your companions with you?
Well, in the time between 6 p.m. and before that, I'm saying that to George and Utsil, and Zara is still in her room, I think.
Yep, she's
She is.
very much so.
And I'm telling them about this. Do you want to come or not? Should I go
Well-
alone or?
Sorry, you have to speak up.
Only
the
the top
leader.
parts.
George was still talking to me about his fucking plan to walk
I
across
can't
the
water
ocean.
walk towards that tower though. That's all. We'll have to swim to it then.
George,
Is
Yeah.
that correct?
I don't think you should swim. I think you'd sink.
So then why are you asking me to come with this as if I can't even get there?
Well-
That's so mean. Why would you do that? That's like...
Because it's gonna get low at a later night of the low tide at a later moment of the day around 6 p.m. and then we can be at his top deck and we can talk to him.
And there's a little walkway that gets to his top deck.
Yeah.
No.
No. Why didn't
I
you
don't
say
think
that?
she knows.
It's the top of the
I'm
tower.
assuming-
What do you think?
I'm assuming that you guys are assuming that everything here is built for people who can swim and breathe in the water. Either or.
Well,
Or
I
both.
can swim.
You
Well,
can't
yeah,
swim.
if you can't swim, then you have a bit of a problem.
I can swim.
Oh, if you
I
can-
can
if-
try.
You can't swim at all. Like you've never.
I would leave it
Oh.
up to you whether or not your character is
can.
able to swim or not.
I can swim. Just for
I have an
recreation
anvil with
and
me.
stuff, but I can swim. Not just like in storm and getting to the shore and stuff. No, that's way too heavy. But for recreation, why not?
I mean, we did swim in that temple, so...
Yeah, any
Yeah.
like high stress situation, most of you can swim. But if if you can just leisurely swim in the temple, you could make it with not really being able to swim.
You could just hope and pray. I suppose.
You could walk, you could doggy paddle. You could just
Something
push
I
yourself.
can try.
That's really
from
not the
that
option
place
here.
to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it
the thing is,
is.
if you want to go do it, go for it.
Yeah, it just takes a little time.
I'll leave it up to you whether or not you're actually able to swim. And during combat or anything like that, everyone will have a swimming speed, but it's halved. Because none
Yeah.
of you are super proficient swimmers, and most of you have gear on you during combat at least.
That's what
George
I'm
at the
saying. I'm
moment
not a
should probably
proficient
not
swimmer,
try
but
to
I
sleep
can swim.
or try to swim with an anvil and all that. Again, in combat, he might be able to save himself, but for just a leisurely swim, not the best gear.
Yeah. Or Utsu, are you
I'm-
coming with me?
I mean, I can.
Do you want to? Or do you think we shouldn't leave George with his idea of water walking?
Kind of. He's
Do it
been
in the
talking about-
morning. We can water walk to that tower.
I've been getting a headache listening to him.
I've
Talk
never done
about
it
water
before.
Well,
Well, what we could
if
do,
you've never done it before, you can try it, but
what we
I'm not
can
gonna try it
do
on the ocean.
tomorrow.
I mean, what
we-
better place to try it than the ocean?
Just listen to me! What we can do
Well,
tomorrow in the
hello, little-
morning, around 6 a.m., is because then it is low tide, we can use water walk to go up there, but then we have to go to bed early.
You
Right?
spoke really fast.
Tomorrow we can water walk up to that building.
Because then it is low
That's what I
tide
said.
at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we can water walk to the building, and then after that, to the.
No,
To the
we're gonna take a
islands.
ship.
Yeah, yeah.
We can walk to the ship.
We can walk to the ship.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
This
Let's-
fella.
we walk to the ship. We first need to find some sailors that want to bring us there. Have a ship and
Yeah.
stuff.
You found that yet?
Are
I
there any
didn't.
sailors in here?
At the moment, no. But once you do mention it, the lizard folk owners, which you throughout the day probably would have come to know as Nessia,
Mhm.
she did jump in and she goes, "If you are specifically looking for somebody who can ferry you far, there are a few people that might be able to suffice in that type of travel that are present. Most of them
Okay.
fishermen, though.
You and George
That's
is
fine.
fucking creepy.
There is four people that I think might be able to help you with what you're trying. You have Irvin. Irvin is very experienced sailor. Can be a little annoyed whenever you are whenever somebody interferes in his business. If you don't know what you're doing. You have Tim, little young, little overconfident, but could possibly be able to when you want to take a job like this. There is Olena. She is a whaler. She catches big fish. She has a bigger ship. She has multiple ships, small and big ship. Ships also have large harpoon on front. Little bit of weaponry. And then you have Anna, very nice lady, little weird. She is mostly kind, shouldn't be too rough with her. She not really confrontatious person, but nice person might be able to be convinced. She goes to explain a couple things about these four individuals.
Mhm.
You have Irvin, who's a water genasi. He is an experienced sailor, which gives a benefit if you do decide to join on his ship. If you travel with Irvin, your travel speed cannot be slowed, cannot be decreased due to bad rolls on an encounter table.
Yeah, because he knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
No.
Then you have Tirm, who's a Triton, who's a bit young and a bit overconfident, which means that if you choose to sail with him, when your speed is increased due to a good roll, your speed atop of that is doubled. But
No.
if your speed is reduced, the reduction is also doubled due to his overconfidence.
Yep. So it's
You've-
doubled.
Then you have Olena, who's an older lizard folk. She very practical. As I said, she's a whaler. She has a bit of fighting experience, meaning that if you do get in combat, she would fight with you. Additionally to that, she has two ships, which are one of which is larger. Both ships are equipped with a harpoon that could be used during combat that deals quite a bit of damage, in case you expect to encounter some trouble. She also has a much larger ship, which could even be large enough to possibly house the horses, but might be very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And then you have Anna, who's a Lokatha. She is incredibly kind, and she will give you your travel for free. If you would help her catch some fish to get a head start on the month's rent, you would have to give up 5 days to help her on her ship before she will then carry you free towards the Lawless Archipelago.
Mm.
But it would cost more time.
Yeah.
Which means you don't know what's happening in Genova at the moment, but time might not be necessarily on your side.
Yep.
Those are the 4 options.
What do you think, guys? Which one is the best?
Price here, I'll also tell because that's important. Later in the evening, you can meet with these folk, and they can give you their price. Irvin, whose speed cannot be decreased, costs 4 gold pieces per day.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrm, a little younger, which has high highs and low lows, only costs 2 gold per day.
Mm-hmm.
Olenna, the one with the who would fight along and who has the bigger ships, for her small ship on which the horses do not fit, 8 gold pieces per day. And the larger ship, to be able to ferry your horses as well, is 12 gold pieces per day.
Okay.
And Anna, again, she will ferry you for free, but it costs you 5 days. Aside from that, she has no modifiers, whether or not she does not help in combat, but she would be, she is still affected by whatever you roll.
I'm not gonna fish. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I feel like 2 gold per day is not that much.
Yeah, but those high highs and those low lows, I think, yeah.
Wasn't
No.
2 gold per day the
That's
no
Tim.
lows guy?
That's
No, the one that
Triton.
can't be slowed down is Irvin.
Yeah, that's
he's
4
4
gold
gold.
per day.
He's 4 gold
Oh,
per
that's
day.
4 gold.
I think that's pretty reasonable. And he's, I think, the best.
But the
But the
turn
horses
guy
can't come.
could get us there really quickly. For half the price.
I mean, it's
For
only
those
2
people,
gold-
it does mean, by the way, if something happens and they die, you're stranded out in the ocean. Because they will be on the board, and they're not very strong.
Yeah, and then Olenna knows what she's doing. She can fight. So I think she will be a bit tougher than the other guys.
But she's very expensive.
And it's expensive, yeah.
How much gold do we have in the party funds?
How long does it take to even reasonably sail there? Does anyone know that?
Well, the DM said 8 days, right?
Well, if you're traveling with a sailor who knows a little bit more about the waters in this area, they would tell you that to get you to the first inhabited island on the Lawless Archipelago on their ship without any trouble. Let's see, when the ship you would be you would be going full speed. So you would go
Driving
1,
full
2, 3, 4, 5. It would take 5 days. It would take 5 days if you were going by ship over the water, and nothing would interfere with your travel. Then she would be able to drop you off in the Cave Rum.
How much would we be drifting over the water?
You wouldn't, hopefully.
Dang.
None of them have that
since
feature.
you said
sadly.
driving. but-
Sorry.
No,
I feel
if
To be
like
5
fair, you guys
days.
were talking about walking, so it's not too far off.
We could still walk.
No, we're not
No.
gonna walk.
That's free.
We're gonna take a
Could
boat.
still walk.
No, we're gonna take a boat.
If you want,
George.
if you want it for free, we can fish.
Yeah.
Nope. I'd rather walk.
You listen, you may walk if we take the free passage and take 5 days extra. Then you may walk.
No. What? No. I'm not going to fish.
And I'm not going to walk.
I'll smell like fish.
Yeah. And
I
I'll
don't
be
want to smell like fish.
and we
Well, we're
both
gonna
will be
smell
dead
like-
if we are gonna walk constantly over water.
I don't wanna
smell
walk.
like the
I don't wanna
ocean.
fish. let's just get someone who knows what they're doing.
I
Well,
think he will
if-
also smell like fish if he is constantly walking over water.
Oh my god.
Or
No,
at least
fish don't
smelling
walk over the
salt.
water.
something.
Well, you do
But-
have flying. You do have flying fish that jump out
Yeah.
of the water and might hit you.
Fucking walking there, just fish. Ah, fuck.
Just smack you in the face with like pep.
Slapping damage.
About-
bitch.
I
also,
mean,
you know,
A school of flying fish just smacks you.
you also have to consider what you're going to do with your horses if you leave them here.
yeah.
if we take the horses, then we're at the second problem would be to get them out of there, which might be more difficult than getting them there.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long? It's just a horse. How long could we? Could we store them here?
Just
If
a
you ask
horse.
Nessia, she'll tell
You
you.
barbarians.
Well, I would have to feed your horses.
Yes, of course.
I will take care of them for half a year. After that,
Oh.
for every day that you are gone is 2 silver. And if you're not back after half a year, I eat the horses or chop them up and sell them. Because I'm
Wait.
going to
Half
then
a year.
assume that you're dead.
But
So
why are you asking us money and are you going to eat our horses?
No, I would eat your horses if you die, and nobody's coming back to pay me money.
Oh, yeah.
well,
And how much for half a year?
For half a year, that's 6 times 31 times 2 for silver. 6, yeah. Good luck trying to do that right quick here. Let me get my. Let me get my
120,
abacus.
126. right?
31 times
No,
6
180.
times 2. 372 silver. Sound like
That's
What?
3.6 gold or something like that.
no, it's
Oh,
like it's like
37.
37. It's like 37 gold.
Oh,
But that's for half a
37.
year. So that's 6 months.
That's not too bad.
So
Well, that's
if
for
we
one
let's
horse. So it's like 60 for 2 horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, that's not too bad.
it's almost as fucking cheap to just get the if of course it takes 5 days to just take our horses with us. Though
we do need to
getting them
get
out of there. Well,
Yeah.
we can just walk.
Because that would be 12 gold for 5 days, which is about it's still pretty expensive.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly a
that's
little
just-
more.
That's if you
that's
don't
for
have any
5 days.
delays.
That's if we don't have any delays. That's five days. Instead, we
But it
could
will be the
store them
bigger
here for
ship.
half a year.
It'll be more comfortable.
For the record, whoever you hire also is going to go back on your charge. Like, the moment
they
they
can
arrive
wait
there,
for
they
them.
don't just teleport back.
No,
They
no,
need to
no,
travel
are-
back. They're charging you for the travel. Or if you want them to stay
Are
there.
they, are they gonna wait?
If you want them to, sure. They'll be paid more. They'll wait there.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do that again?
That's a good question.
Meet some guy.
Some guy.
I don't know. That,
Why is this guy there?
Has that to Brie and Angie? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys have no
What do
idea
you
what
mean
you're
you
doing.
don't know? What
I
do you
don't know
mean
why
you
that
do
guy
not
is
know?
there. I mean, he has his
But
own
what-
life, he
what-
has his own made choices.
Okay, but what again are we getting from this guy?
He's going to be the heir, and he's going to have to wear the crown.
Some random guy on the lawless archipelago is gonna be the heir of a...
Of a kingdom, yes.
Do you understand how dumb that sounds?
One way to
No,
explain it, I
it's
guess.
not dumb. He can fulfill his destiny, because that's what he was meant to do.
This man went on a deserted island with no law. He made that choice.
So yeah, actually,
I have a funny feeling when we say, hey look, the crown, you're the heir. He's just gonna do one of these. Like, we don't know if this person even wants to become the king.
And who will then become king? And then there will be a civil war, and there will be I don't know how many deaths. Do you
And
want?
that is our problem.
We are the ones who are having the crown right now. We need to do something with it. Come
We could
on.
drop it in the ocean.
No,
Oh yeah, that would.
we're
just
not
let
gonna
the
drop
tide
it into
spit
the
in-
ocean.
well, if
Zira
you
could
believe
wear
in,
the
if you
crown.
believe in prophecies, then the tide could bring it to the
I
one
know
who was
who
actually.
you are. I know who Max is. He's Maui.
Yeah.
Just
Anywho.
stubborn and everything. Why are you doing that? Doesn't make any sense. He's just Maui. I know.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you see?
It's a dangerous trip for something that might as well just not have
Well,
any
we can-
point.
We
But
can
we have to
ask
try.
anyway.
Yeah, we have to try. Don't you want to see the world, George?
Well, I want to go a little past that.
Hey, George. What if, you know, and this is for me too. What if we, on our way back or on our way there, visit, what was it, Gilda? Under there, where your thingy went, the famous person that you admire so much.
Oh,
Yelta.
his idol.
Gilda, yes.
He
in the
never
neighborhood.
returned from that though. I do just want to. I do want to point that part out.
They don't have to know that.
No, I know that. I don't want to go there yet. I don't feel like I'm ready for that part. I don't
Oh, yeah,
I don't
fair
feel confident enough to do that yet.
I'm losing my patience here because everything we want to do for you, it's not good enough. So I don't care about you anymore.
What do you mean? No,
Because
mean-
you're always criticizing everything we're doing right now. Come on.
I'm just telling
You
you
have to
what
be a
the
bit
dangers are.
supportive.
I mean, he has a point. It could be just quite fruitless.
He's not
'Cause
saying
what
no,
are-
he's just saying but.
Yeah, it's quite fruitless to maybe go there. We can try, but what if he just says, "No, I don't want to become king." What do we do? go to where was it? The elemental plane or something to speak to someone who doesn't even know that she's an heir to something.
That's our second option, but first we have to ask him and convince him that he is the heir and he needs to take back what he was born to do.
How are you going to convince him that it's his destiny? Because
That's a weak argument. I'll be very honest. That's maybe we should get to know him first before we throw that bomb on him.
Yeah, try to think of something
Yeah,
that might convince him.
we're going to do it subtle, so he's not going to run away and we have to find him and stuff. We're going to do it subtle, but we need to say to him, "Hey guy, you're the heir, so you need to get this crown and put it on your head."
But, okay,
We'll just have to charm him first, you know.
yeah,
Get a
but-
few
good
drinks
idea.
in.
To
Alright.
charm him.
Okay. On the boat right there. Why don't you just think very hard about how we can convince him for something?
Yeah.
Because you're the heir and it's your destiny. Might not do things.
Well, it would do something in my village, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Your village
isn't-
is
What are
Different.
you going to say?
it's
your
different.
vil-
It's
Don't
Your
different.
you?
village isn't the world.
It's a lot of hope in that village.
He went to the lawless archipelago for a reason. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with any royal stuff. Saying you're the heir might just be like, I don't want to be. Screw off. I
Yeah.
left for a reason.
But maybe he's really unhappy there.
Wouldn't he be back?
Maybe he can't go back.
Maybe he's dead.
That's
Yeah,
also a
could be.
possibility. But we won't know if we won't go.
Yeah, we're not saying that we won't go, but we're just saying.
Let's
Think
not
of
take
good
the
reason.
horses with us then, because we
Yeah.
might not stay there for very long then.
If he's just dead on the beach, it's just like, yeah, oh well, take us back.
We could take him with us, and we'll keep his body in the
I don't think you can give a dead body a crown and say he's the new heir. I don't think it works like that. Does it work? It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that, does it?
If he died within 10 days, we can make it work.
Hmm.
That is true.
But I don't think that's feasible. So
Actually, you might have a point. If we just force
No.
him to do it.
no, now you're dwelling on things that don't work. So we were gonna take
Just really
Irvin.
play in the guild there. Just like, if you don't do this, a lot of people will die, and then it's all your fault because.
I have an
No, we
idea.
might not give two shits about that.
I have an idea. What if
It
one
could be
of
like
us
you.
takes the crown and says we are the heir? One of us is the heir.
I don't want to be.
I don't know. I don't want to be a no.
I mean, you
No,
could be a king.
you.
You're just a spoiled little prince right now.
How am I spoiled? Who's spoiling me?
Well,
Well,
you did have a lot
you're
of.
spoiling yourself.
Well, I've earned it.
Yeah,
Haven't
or
I then?
Zira should be. She should be the queen.
I think she's too. You know,
She's a
I
little
don't,
too
I don't care
young.
much for politics.
What did you say, Zira?
She go.
My god, her internet.
It was really bad today.
Yeah,
So-
why?
But what are you guys doing?
Well.
Well, it's evening, so we're gonna go talk to one of the guys to,
Sure.
Do we want Thirm or Irvin? Let's see both of them, and then which we like more we go with. How about that?
I'd say Irvin. He seemed like a pretty
Well,
didn't
we'll
speak
only
to him,
we'll have to get to know them first. You know that good judgment
Well,
call. If he
To
is,
get most of that info, you've met them a little bit. As I said,
no, but we have to meet him.
sure.
Yeah.
It's up to you which one you want to go with eventually. So, they're all there in the tavern, they're all kind of scattered. Which one do you want to go talk to?
wait,
Irvin first.
wait, Zira, are you okay with Irvin, or do you want another one?
I
sure hope that she's watching the stream at the same time,
fine
just to
for
make
who
sure.
we go with.
She's fine whatever you go with. Alright.
Okay.
We
Because
could also go with Tim the Toolman Taylor, but
Sim the Two-Man Tinkerer. Ooh.
We can also make a boat ourselves and go sail out of it.
Yeah, but we still don't know how to sail.
Exactly. Someone, you know, one way to learn how to do it is by just doing it.
Yep.
that's also a good way to die.
That is a good way to. No, it's not a good way to die.
Water walking is a good way to die.
That's a dumb way to die.
It's a peaceful way to die.
No, it's not
Don't-
peaceful. You're
I don't
drowning.
think it's
No,
very
you're walking on water. They're not drowning.
Yeah. And then you're dying because you don't have enough. You didn't got enough rest, and then you're suffocating by drowning.
I mean, George can make a rowboat in about an hour.
Rowboat, yeah. A rowboat on that large
saying.
ocean.
Look, in theory, I could all by myself walk over to that island. Okay, that's all you need to know. In theory, I could do that,
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
but I could,
Yeah, but you're
and
not
that
gonna.
gives me great satisfaction knowing.
That's
If-
good. That's good.
If the
so-
ship sinks, you'll be happy that I'm there.
So he could leave the party and just go.
Walk.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
not
walk
gonna.
on the water.
Good.
He
All
could.
I'm saying is,
but he's
if
not
the
gonna.
ship sinks, I'm your guy. Okay, I can make you a rowing boat.
All right.
Well, you can
that's
make a
good.
rowboat whilst swimming. For the
Well,
wreck.
walk on water, then we make the
Sure.
rowing boat.
Just standing there in the middle of the ocean, hammering some gold to turn it into
Don't
a fucking
question
boat.
magic. Don't question magic.
That makes no sense.
Don't question magic.
Everybody just chilling, some wave comes by. And,
Can you
Yep.
imagine you're just fishing, you just see this guy smithing? What's happening? Just making a boat.
Yeah.
bruh. I don't know what the fucking... I can't...
These
It
guys.
satisfies
come
me to
on.
know that my character can do that stupid shit.
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I'd say go for reliable. Let's go to
Irvin.
Irvin.
Yeah, go
Irvin?
to Irvin. Talk
Let's
to
see,
him.
Irvin.
Hey, Irvin, you've met at this point. Sees you approaching, and he turns away from a couple of his buddies, and turns towards you, and he goes,
Hello.
"So,
Again.
have you all made a decision?
Yes, we have.
That is good. I would be more than happy to take all of you on your boat. Although you told me none of you are experienced on boat, yes?
No, we're not.
No,
And
I've
if you
never
can
been on a
s-
boat.
Any of you can swim,
Oh yeah, I can swim.
Well, yeah, he'll
like
be happy
proper
to know.
swim. If you fall off boat, do we need to tie
Well,
you
we-
to mast? Yes or no?
We'll be fine. Don't worry about us.
Tie me to mast.
I can tie you to I can tie you to mast.
I'm a tie.
If sure.
What happened there?
Oh no.
As long as you do not interfere with my sailing in any way or shape or form, we should have no problem.
No, that's fine.
How long will your travel be taking? I do not mind going to Lawless Archipelago, but it's not my favorite place to stay.
It depends.
We are looking
Long
for
enough
someone.
until we can find our friend's future husband.
So unknown period
Future
of time, yes?
husband?
Yes, but we would be paying you for the unknown period of time.
That works for me.
At least, at how long it takes, and if it takes too long, you can decide there if you want to leave.
Yeah, we
Well,
can just
no,
walk.
If you're paying me for
Preferably
that,
with us.
if you're paying me for that time, then I'll stay until you stop paying me, or unless you want to come back.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds good too.
Mira, what were you saying?
Do remember, if you're planning on staying there, I will be asking payment for right back.
Yeah,
Because those are days that I will not be spending just doing nothing.
Right.
I mean, that sounds good, right?
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
When is your ship ready to leave?
Cheap.
I do not have a big ship. I could be leaving tomorrow.
How big is your ship? Just for reference.
Probably big enough for most of us to fit.
Probably.
Relatively comfortable. Little one could possibly go under deck. The place is mostly storage, but good work.
How do ships work?
Do not ask me questions about ship. I do not ask you questions about what your business is in Lawless Archipelago, yes?
Well, I couldn't answer that honestly. But
I
George.
do have a question about ship. What's the name of the ship?
That's a good question. I do not have given my ship name. That's just simply use it for fishing.
just it's a fishing ship then.
Yes. It is not a massive galleon.
It's a good name, fishing ship.
It's really practical, yes.
Yeah.
You like his horse. His horse is called Warhorse.
George, this is your kind of guy. Go for it.
So, leaving tomorrow morning then.
Yes, that's
Yes.
okay.
Very well.
Yeah, thanks.
None of you can swim, yes?
Don't worry
Like
about
not
us.
not out to the. I'm wondering, do I need to bring boat into town so you can actually dock there, or can you swim to ship? Then we go.
Let's dock.
We'll just walk.
What?
Very well.
We'll walk.
Oh God, he's still having his
I mean,
way.
As long
I
as you
mean, it's
believe.
not very far.
Feeling like I'm your mother, George.
Well, to be fair, it's not very far to the ship.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be on my ship tomorrow morning at 6. Whenever you wish to leave, we can.
That's great.
Okay.
We'll see you then. Alright, that's all squared away then.
Alright, so your choice is made,
Yeah.
then I'm assuming.
Yep.
Alright.
Unless we still want to talk to Tim the Toolman Taylor, but
Or
Well,
walk.
Zira and I have made a deal
Or walk.
You know,
that we're gonna talk about that he's gonna be my future husband, the one we're going to be looking for. So yeah, I don't know about that, but
I don't think that's. Have you ever
instead
met
of
him?
saying instead of saying the prince, it's not really going to be my future husband. But we're not gonna say gonna go find some lost prince. We're saying we're going to find me a future husband.
Oh, so it's a
Ah,
cover
good.
story.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. Maybe he is.
Could have
nice
been your
fella.
uncle, could have been your brother. No, but you went for that.
I didn't go for it. Sarah did.
Oh, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But with your plans made, what do you guys want to do this evening still, if anything?
Have a few beers. Not go to bed too late because I wanted to talk to that fella.
Which fella?
That fella.
Gustav
Right.
about the clams, but in the morning, not right now because now it's too late.
Aye.
Because in the morning it will also be low tide then, right?
Yes, but it would also be the morning.
To leave, I know, but I just want to talk to him.
No,
so-
I mean, people sleep. I'm just saying. If you're there
Yeah.
at 4 a.m., like, hey, what's up? It's probably
No,
gonna
6 a.m. I'm gonna be there at
oh,
6 a.m.
sure, because everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Normal
Very
people.
well.
Fucking, it's just very groggy. Just like, oh, why would you knock
Good
on my door
morning.
at 6
But in that
a.m.?
I'm
case-
just gonna be there like his happy sunshine.
You all
Oh,
nut
that's-
back a couple
that's
more
gonna
drinks, eventually going to bed, and we'll pick it up in the morning when you all wake up after a break. So we'll be taking a 10 to 15 minute break, and then we will be back and continue. Apparently, Max is going to sleep.
You're just really going to
So-
sleep, yeah?
Good night.
We will see you all in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everyone. We're back from the break. It was quite the problem. So, before I unmute the rest, Cherry's gone at the moment. She'll be returning at one point, she said, but her internet was just too bad at the place she was currently at, so she's going somewhere else where there should be better internet. So, as the party wakes up the next morning, still in the small elemental town of Zhadka, you all you'll get up very early in the morning to make sure that low tide is still present. So you all of you wake up around 6 a.m. Get ready to go.
Why
Yay!
did we wake
Well,
up this
before 6
early?
a.m. Before 6 a.m. because I want to visit Gustav. Gustav? Yeah, Gustav.
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 No, not a G, with a K. It's with a K.
Gustav.
Cool stuff.
There you
Gustav.
go.
Gustav.
Yeah.
Gustav.
Gustav.
Nope.
Cusco.
Oh, god damn it.
Poison.
What are you doing?
Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Well, I'm
That poison?
trying. I want to go to his door. And I have to swim a bit, I think.
Oh, so you're going alone? None of the rest are coming along?
I don't know. Are you coming
Are
along?
you going to knock on our doors?
Yeah. Good morning!
It's so early. What
Rise
did we
and shine,
do
people.
to deserve this?
Hi!
Hold up.
Also Zira.
Hold on, I'm casting a ritual.
Are we going to Watervault?
Are you
We
going to
better
eat-
be.
Are you going to eat breakfast?
I want to eat
What's that?
breakfast first.
What about second breakfast?
Yeah, we'll take it on the boat. Come on,
As
first
a
go.
halfling?
Yeah,
Can't have breakfast
No,
on the boat.
no.
The time you're on the boat,
the
it should be
second-
second breakfast.
the second we will on the boat.
There you go.
I already ate breakfast before I woke up those guys.
So, do you cast Water Walk?
Let me eat breakfast
Yes.
first.
How long does it last, and then how many people?
An hour. And it's on. Up to 10 willing creatures.
Oh my god! So the horses could be with us.
That's what I'm saying!
Yeah, but you didn't read the.
Imagine you convince a fish to do that and then they
Okay.
can't get back in the water.
Wait, you thought the entire time that the walk... Jeez, that's fucked. But you thought the entire time that he was talking about the walking thing that it only would be one person walking?
Oh, I didn't think it would be up to 10. I thought
no, it's-
up to 5 or something.
It's up to 10.
Yeah, that's enormous. Yeah.
I-
No,
I'm
Take
gonna eat
people with
breakfast.
us.
not a good idea for the horses, though.
I'm gonna eat breakfast first.
George, are you coming along?
I'm coming
Where?
too, but I just wanna eat breakfast first.
I want to go to this guy who knows more about giant clams, and he's also the leader of this town.
What do you need a giant clam for?
Yeah.
For these little bag of holdings here in my pockets.
They're currently just pockets.
Yeah, currently they're just pockets. I want to make bag of holding pockets out of it, and I need those for it.
Can we just buy that somewhere?
Yeah.
They're pretty rare, and he might know where I can get some of those. Just want to talk to him.
Okay. If you feel like I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Whilst you guys are getting your first breakfast, or it's at least, you are once again approached by Nessia, the barkeep, who goes, if you all are leaving today, I was wondering, what of horses? Do you want me to take care of them until you get back, or are you taking them with you? Selling
Yes,
them?
please.
We'd love for you to take care of them. I don't think we'll be that long.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I will keep them for half year, then I sell for meat.
You want us to pay you now or pay later?
You can pay later when, well, if you pay ahead, I can keep them longer.
Yeah, do that.
But you do not get money back.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well,
I'm not gonna pay
it's
for
probably
longer.
not gonna take for that long. It's
Stay for 3 months. I mean, she already has money for 3 months. We can stay 3 months away,
we can pay for 2 months.
right?
Yeah, we can pay for 3 months.
Yeah.
And the other 3 will pay afterwards.
Well, no,
If that's
will it be
necessary.
gone for that long?
I don't know, but if it's necessary.
Probably not.
I
Yeah.
hope not.
I think 3 months is already pretty big, but...
Half a year is like a long time, man.
Alright, so how much?
So-
How far are you guys paying ahead? Again, every month is 31 days. It's 2 silver per day
2 silver
can
per
pay
per
day.
horse. So 4 silver per day total.
We can pay
Silver per day for 3 months. Why can't I do math?
That's 93 times 2 for a total of 186 silver. So that's 18 gold and 6 silver pieces.
Okay.
If you're trying to pay it as small as possible, you can also just all pay it in silver. That's fine.
Because all in silver would be 180...
180 and 186, or
Okay.
18 gold and 6 silver,
18 gold is
or
silver.
18 gold and 60 copper, or you know, you can do it in a plethora of
No.
ways.
I will do
27,000 platinum. All
I
right,
will do 18 gold and 6 silver for Gideon.
That's half. Yeah, that's for 1 horse. So,
That's for 1 horse, so I will do that for Gideon.
do you pay that out of
Well-
your own pocket, or is this coming out of party funds?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
probably.
saying out of my own, but I don't know.
We could
Because
do it out
we
of
share
party
war
funds.
horse, right? Or is it George's?
I mean, I figured we'd do that out of party funds, all of it, but
Well, luckily we only have 2. I mean, unfortunately we only have 2.
Oh, you're such a...
Alright.
I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna say it, not gonna say it.
Not with
So-
Zera around, okay?
Let's see, 34. If you all paid out of party funds, you can do it for 35 gold and 2 silver.
Oh, that's even
That's if you
great.
do everything together.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sure.
So 35
Let's
gold
just do
and
that.
2 silver out of the party funds.
yeah.
Yeah, then you pay it
Let's put it
mostly
down.
in gold. And then she'll keep them for 3 months. If you come back within 3 months, there you go, you get your horses back. Then she'll keep
Yeah.
them from the point 3 months end, she'll keep them another 6 years before, or 6 months before she, ends them.
6 years.
But if you come back earlier, you don't get your money back.
Yeah.
This is just the guaranteed extension of the 6 months period.
What's the name of the lizard folk lady again?
Nessia. Nessea. EA.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
At the half-sunken hovel in Zhadka.
Yeah. I already wrote that down, but not her name. Or
Where are the horses gonna stay in this thing?
I have place.
above the water? And not
Yes.
seahorses? I already made that joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Good day now, and she leaves.
Bye-bye.
Is it okay if I don't trust her? I mean...
No, I don't trust her at all. I'm very much with you on that one.
It'll be fine.
She's gonna
It's
eat the
worse like
horses, isn't she?
Gonna eat them, right? Yeah.
She has a vibe to her.
You could have paid the extra money to take the horses with you, but no.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do with horses in the Lawless Archipelago? Whoa! I could pronounce it right!
Congratulations.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
archipelago.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
So,
because
are we gonna go to that tower of yours?
I'm still having breakfast. Can't you not wait for a little bit?
Eat your breakfast!
Yeah.
I
Go
am.
ahead.
Calm your horses.
Not that
No,
difficult.
they're already gone.
I know it's not that difficult, but
Do you never wake up at 6?
no.
Why not? It's great.
Have you ever worked?
Can get so much done in the morning, and my family is always really, really happy. Except for Uncle Don. He doesn't like to get up in the morning.
I have worked. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, he's retired, I think.
He's not that old.
No.
What kind of work have you done?
I worked in a smithy. But
Also.
most times we spend outside drinking and stuff.
Yeah, it shows.
Hey, when I go on expeditions, I'm a lot more inclined to do something. But now we're just going to a fucking house in the middle of. It's
Well,
are they
you don't
even
know.
big?
I have no clue. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Your
Maybe they
island,
are.
right?
He's a leader, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Who is? I completely missed the conversation.
Did you just say that?
No?
That he's the leader of this place?
Oh, fuck.
Gustav. Gustav, yes, he's the leader.
Now I know what you're talking about.
He is the leader of this place. At least Lucas told me.
According to Yana.
Who?
Yeah, according to Jana, he's the leader of this place. So,
Who told you, Lucas? Who's this Lucas? Where are you getting your information?
it's my secret source. He tells me all kind of stuff. No, I just heard
should
from
stop
Jana.
Anyway, so
Are we gonna go now?
I eat my breakfast.
Are you done?
Mhm.
No, I'm not done. Just a few
Is this
more bites,
plate
but-
made of metal?
No, here would not be.
His cutter, like his fork and...
Oh, wait, if we're still waiting for Utsil to
No,
finish
also
his,
wouldn't be. This
I
this
also
would
have-
have.
these kind of snacks. Banana chips.
It would be the bowl. Like most of what you're eating is a sort of bowl, which is fashioned from this large shell. There are wooden carved spoons and very crudely carved forks. Some blades are of different types of like sharp stones and stuff like that. It's really very primitive here. They don't really use metal that often. Just shit rusts
Yep. And sinks.
and sinks. So
But
it's
yours
not-
would
only
pretty
rust
much
if you
sink,
let
right?
it.
George would sink, right?
Church
If he
of
would
Sink.
swim. If he would try to swim.
So, water walk. Woo!
Alright, so you guys water walk there?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are we gonna do that? Because I can't keep balance on the water.
Yeah. Now that you're
Well,
here in
you
the
don't
morning,
have
by
to.
the way, the back of the half-sunk hovel is almost completely like you can see the archway, the top of the door that would lead into the water area. So you can see the tavern is about twice as big now than it was yesterday evening. But when you this is like at the lowest of lows. When you go outside, you now see the city is twice the size. A lot more buildings that you didn't know existed now stand, just out in the open. In the distance, the water still levels with the city, and some houses seem to disappear under it, even at the lowest of tides. But at the end of the center road, you now see the top of what seems to be some type of large mansion structure. It has one of those like the Russian like kind of bold peaks that kind of sticks out all the way at the end of the road. And at the bottom of that, if on water level, you see a doorway.
Zero just screams, "Oh my god! The city has grown! It's bigger!" I'm pretty sure she would say that.
Mm-hmm. But you guys walk there, and you get to the edge of the water. None of you have ever stepped on water before, so who's the first one to do it?
George does it with absolute confidence. Boop.
Alright. George begins to walk with absolute confidence. Go ahead and make a dexterity check, George.
Oh god. That's not good for him. I was just laughing last time when he had to do this fight, and it was all dexterity saving throws. And I was laughing because that's the one thing George is not that good at.
Wait, which one? Which fight was that?
That was the episode with the dragons that attacked him. Oh,
Do mind, in the spell it says, as if it's a harmless solid.
Sure. 14 is actually pretty decent. Expecting, the waterbed type feel and that the walking will be a little different. He keeps up his confident, posture and walk. It wobbles a little bit, but he mostly seems to keep it. He's very certain about this, and he begins to fucking walk on water, which is weird.
What? George, you're walking on water! I'm screaming.
Told you.
Okay, who's going
Anyways,
next?
let's just get going.
Don't jump on it. It will actually hurt.
I will go next then.
Well, don't worry, you all get it. I just wanted to see how his confidence held up. You all begin
Just slipping really
you all
slowly.
begin to walk, and the water below you is pretty clear, which means you can see the road continuing. And at one point, it's like you're pretty high up. Anybody with a fear of heights, this is not preferable.
Oh my god.
The moment you're about, you're a couple hundred feet across the water, you see people moving below you, people swimming. You see, this is the first time that for most of you that you see a merfolk that kind of just swims by below you.
They're so pretty.
You guys continue up, and eventually you can go up and walk up to the door if you want to, which I'm assuming you do. That was
What was
annoying.
that?
Really loud.
Yeah.
What was that?
Okay, you guys walk up to the door. There's from one of you, and the
door is above water.
Because you guys did breakfast, which means that the water there's a bit of a ledge there, and the water is normally at the lowest of low would be a little bit below the ledge. You would have to step up a little bit. Now it's almost leveled with the ledge.
Okay.
You knock on the door, and you need to wait for a moment.
Is he even awake? Or she? Who was this again?
His name is
You want me to yell?
Gustav. No, just let him wake up.
Khrushchev.
Gustav.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Khrushchev. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I also think that, but people have weird names.
But don't say it. People don't like it when you say that thing.
And that
Yeah,
moment
but-
the door
Wasn't
opens.
Good morning.
Good morning.
the door opens. Standing there, you see a water genasi dressed in blacks and greens. We simply open up the door and he goes, "Good morning. Can I help any of you?
Are
You're
you
standing on water?"
are you Gustav?
No, I am not Gustav. I am. Simply work for him. You have an
I
appointment.
have a question for him. No, I'd like to talk
Yes.
to him.
Rather early in the morning. Go ahead and make a deception check, George.
With disadvantage, I think, because I already told him no.
Well, make it a straight roll. See how well he does.
Let's see.
I don't think I have any modifiers, so that probably is a 14.
All right. He goes,
That's decent.
I'll check with Gustav if he has any time. Come in. And he kind of like just opens the door and lets most of you in.
You.
Right. You all walk in.
Thank you.
There is furniture here. A lot of it seems to be connected to the flooring in the rest of the building. All of it's a little damp because it was probably underwater not too long ago.
Ooh, that's Ooh, that's weird.
The servant closes the door and begins to walk towards a spiral staircase that seems to go down from this room. And at first he begins to walk until he's about halfway into the water, and then he just swims down. You guys are left alone there for a moment.
We'll just wait here then, okay?
He's
Yeah,
already gone.
We're not going to follow him, I think.
He did not seem to intend for you to follow him, because
No.
halflings and dwarf.
We don't actually have
Yeah.
an appointment.
Tiny lizard
I
folk
just
might have
said-
been able to, but...
Okay. Well, we'll just wait then.
Right.
I'm inspecting everything
Touching
and how
everything.
it's. Yeah.
Don't touch people's things.
This
There's
is
a
hard.
There's
Just
a lot of
touching the
stuff
couch and
here
stuff.
that is carved from stone. Carved from rock, either that or built up out of like large shell material coral that has been grown.
Yeah. Just underwater.
It is
furniture.
it is relatively colorful, more than you'd expect it to be. There is one plant currently that's kind of like draped over, like it has this very nice, beautiful pot, but it's like hanging over as if it's not supposed to be out in the air. Which it's a very long one. You probably expect it to like flow nicely up whenever this room is full of water. At the moment, it's not.
Well, I should think of these color combinations, because I think these corals looking pink and orange and yellow and stuff.
mhm.
These are pretty good for my mom,
The
I think.
Your mom?
servant once again comes.
Yeah,
Your mom?
they're jolly and nice.
The servant once again comes walking
And
out of the
distracting.
water. You hear some splashing. He comes out. He goes, "So he did not remember having appointments with you, but
Oh, that was a joke. We don't actually have an appointment.
that is why. He will be with you shortly, but he needs to wake up for a moment. So, if you do not mind, he will be here
Where's-
shortly. Where are you all from?
No problem.
You do not seem from around here.
No, we're not from around here at all.
Me, I'm also, that's George. We're both for Coppermund.
I'm Brianna
you-
Goodbarrel, and I'm
yeah, you-
from Yambleton, and it's in a little, it's in a kingdom called Genova.
It's George Whalen Jr. actually.
George, really?
I do not know where this is. This is up north, I assume.
A little east and north?
I can show you maps if you want.
I was
No.
simply wondering. You came here to ask questions, then I assume. So I
Yes.
can prepare him.
She came,
What are you
yeah.
going to be coming to ask?
About giant clams, because I am in need of one of those, a few of those giant clams and pearls they contain, for something I'd like to make.
Of course. I will mention it. He might be able to prepare for that conversation.
Also,
Yes?
Dunjaga. You know, if he knows anything about that.
I'll ask.
Unjaga? What is that, George?
Goes
It's
down.
important for me. If he knows, he knows. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I can try.
But
What is it?
What is it? Yeah.
I'm not completely sure myself,
Ah,
but it's a place
okay.
on the ocean. The orc. Do you remember the orc? Way back.
Which orc?
I think I do.
The weird-looking one, the one that had all these protruding horns and things that we made to deal
big-
with.
Oh,
big
the one with
guy. Oh, I wanted to fight him. Yeah,
the
that's
one
true.
with
That one,
with
yes.
his army. With
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he had a weapon.
Outpost.
Yes. He had a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
which comes from Dunjaga. Well,
Allegedly.
from around there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But I have no clue where it exactly is.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the route. On our way.
I don't know
maybe
how
not.
water works. I mean, they're all floating, so they could move.
I don't know how water works. It sounds ironical.
It's pretty true though.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you guys sit and talk, the water in the spiral staircase begins to like shake a little bit, as if there's a heavy vibration from under it. Well, the moment passes before the water itself just bursts up as something with heavy force comes flying out of it. What you see is this very self-contained tornado of water that kind of just is twisting mid-air. It seems to move a little bit before it kind of comes to a stop in front of most of you. That's not necessarily the thing that gets most of your attentions. What's basically riding this whirlpool seems to be about 7, 8, or not, that's not right, like 9 to 10 foot tall fish guy. Large bulbous body, these thin, long arms draped in fluent white clothing. The head is there's no neck. The head's just plopped onto his torso. This broad face, this broad face with thick lips. It has a couple of thrills down the head and heavy ears. A couple of gills as well. Wearing this relatively comfortable green and black shirt. And as it kind of just stands there, the whole thing kind of comes to a gentle still, where this individual now stands in front of you, does this very flamboyant bow as he says, "Good morning to you all. My name is Gustav. How may I help you?"
Good morning.
You all look like interesting folk. I did not expect people from not around here to come to my town. It is good to see you. Have you been enjoying yourself so far?
Yes.
That is good. That is what I try.
What are you?
Yeah.
Is that a rude
I
question?
am the leader of Zhadka.
I know that part, but I am more interested in presentation.
That's quite impressive.
Thank you.
Nice tornado.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult to keep up. It's pretty, water controlling is into my
Is that
nature.
magic?
Yes. Of course.
Working.
Are you like a Lokatha with magic?
No, locusts are ugly. I am beautiful. And yes, that is a little rude to ask, but as you're asking, my name is Gustav. I am a water genie, which is, not normal for you.
Look at
Genie. Can I make a wish?
Ugly, I am beautiful.
Stupid people from above the seas. No, that's not how it works.
Oh, sorry.
Only noble genie can do this. I run town. That's...
Don't be rude to the.
We're not here
man.
for wishes.
It is fine. I do not expect walking people to understand things. But I heard you came here for pearls, yes?
That's
I have
pretty
pearls.
reasonable.
I have lots of pearls. But you were asking specifically giant clam pearls, yes?
Yes.
I do not have
Actually,
many
yeah.
of those. Those are difficult. I have one.
Mhm.
A little expensive. And it's very
Do you
beautiful.
have one?
Yes. Of course I do. What kind of water genie would I be if I did not have one?
You're weirdly like, you have a presence to you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's very, warming.
I tried to be.
Well,
But what is
Sir,
your business
Genie?
with Pearl? Yes.
Sorry, I can't keep my face straight if you're doing this. Sorry.
Stay comfortable.
This is not Bree. This is Sky. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, it is because I've never seen Lucas do this in all my life. But okay. This pearl you have, it's from a real giant clam.
Yes, where else would I get a giant pearl from? From a giant clam.
Checking.
inside check.
Go ahead and make an inside check. For those who wish to make an inside check, Alan. Go for it.
Yes, I want to go for it. Okay, let's see. It's my first roll this whole session. Yeah.
17.
17? Huh? Bree?
Natural 20.
Where else would you get a giant pearl from? It's like...
Yeah.
I understand that people that are not involved in water much do not understand, but giant pearl comes from giant clam, otherwise you have tiny pearl from tiny clam.
But you
Okay.
could fake it.
They're
Could you
good,
not?
but that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
Okay. Are you?
And I'm not going
is
to be
it-
carrying around fake giant pearls.
Yeah.
Like, pff.
I'm wondering,
What do you
is
take me
this pearl for sale?
That's not a good sign.
That depends on price you're willing to pay. I only have a single pearl. I did not get it myself, but I bought it from somebody who brought it back once. So, it's, you know, lot of effort. Giant clam, very hard to get into. And they have big, thick shields of enter, you know, giant pearls.
Mhm.
There's not
Um,
many of them, although I know where to get them. But
Okay, but how much do you want for it?
if you're willing to, if you want to take my giant pearl, oof,
Okay,
That's,
don't say it like that.
that is a question people do not often ask me. But
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
if you want my giant pearl, of which I only have one,
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
It's like, give me your virginity flowers.
I don't want to be.
it will cost you what seems fair for my giant pearl. 3,000 gold.
Ah,
It is a real
Why did you-
beautiful large pearl. Look here, and he kind of like from the water just grabs
Don't do
this
that, no.
massive white pearl.
where did you get that?
I was carrying it, huh? I do not magic to get it. I had it on me. I heard you were talking about giant. I have one, so I brought it. Just...
Okay.
Yeah, that's not very
It's
weird.
nice, yeah?
It
It
is.
is.
I know.
3,000 gold?
Yes, it's very. You have one? Do you have giant? No.
No,
So
but-
3,000 gold.
I mean, Bree?
Sure. Come on.
What do you want me to say? Are you gonna buy it or not?
Yeah.
Do you have 3,000 gold on you right now? Do you need our help?
No,
I mean, I
I'm
can
not
tell you
gonna
where you
help.
can
I
get more,
help.
but then you're gonna have to go diving for it, and you you cannot swim.
You don't know that.
I don't know if I need to like this guy or I
You
don't
do not
know.
have
You're
gills. So you cannot breathe underwater, which makes it terribly difficult
No.
to get to. So 3,000 gold.
Okay.
I can get
Just-
somebody to get another one for you for 3,000 gold.
that doesn't make a difference.
No, but you
Yeah.
do not have to get it, which makes it much easier on your end.
That is true. Wouldn't it be less expensive if you were to get someone else to get some?
But wait. If I would buy this one, and I
Yes.
would pay you to get another one,
Yes,
I would have two.
that is true. That's how counting works.
Yep. Just a question for the DM.
Yeah. What's
How
up?
does it work from platinum pieces to gold pieces? How does that work?
One platinum piece is 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
So if you have 100 platinum, you have 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Okay. Was just a little too optimistic there. I was like, oh, maybe I have a 10,000 gold with 100 platinum.
No.
Nope. Okay. Yeah.
Nice try though.
Yep.
Let's maybe save up a little, you know, think about it real hard if you want.
I see you're a
What
little
happened?
disappointed there with your coin pouch. I feel bad. But not
Yeah.
bad enough to lower the price.
Speaking of feeling bad,
Well, hold up. If you, because I think everybody should have one. They look great. So I can tell you where you can find one. For 20 gold.
That's very good.
For
no,
20
we're not,
gold.
look,
I can tell you where to get it. And then you can go get it yourself. And then how you do that is not my problem. But you can get however many you want. Of
Deal.
course, you would have to survive the sharks, the large octopus, and all the other things.
What did you just say?
Just tell
Large
me.
octopus.
Octopus.
Tell
Well,
me.
give me
And I'm
20
holding out
gold.
20 gold.
Thank you. Little girl. Here we go. And it both just disappears into the water world. And he goes, well, if you are in between the opening of the Realm of Elements to the Last Storm Sea, and you dive to the bottom near the northern shore, that is the most common place for giant clam. But going there
come
seems
again?
like a lot of work, and I don't want to do it. And for 3,000 gold, you don't have to do it. And for 6,000 gold, it can get you 2. And then you don't have to do it at all.
We
And
know how
for
med
9,000,
works.
I can get you 3. It was a little confusing at first. Some of you seemed a little stupid. But that's okay. Because I am not. So,
Could you come again? So opening.
and then the opening from the Lawless Archipelago to Last Storm Sea, you go diving near the northern shore, and there you can find giant clam. But of course, make sure, be aware of giant shark, of normal shark,
And
large octopus,
octopus.
large octopus. They are rather dangerous. Also, if you get too close to Tempo, underwater volcano.
What?
Water volcano.
Yes.
That sounds...
So-
Wait,
What?
temple? You said temple?
No, Tempo, there's a fire
Oh.
city. It's annoying.
Shame.
People are
Shame.
stupid. But it's very
Do they have
warm in the
temple?
water, and well, you don't seem like the water type or fire type, so you look like you would burn alive.
You'll
Just
be
saying.
surprised.
Burn
But if you
alive
want
in the
to, and he
water.
grabs the large pearl again, I have one pearl here for you right here for 3,000 gold. That easy. I also like to keep it as beautiful, but I can get another one.
Mm.
It is very beautiful. You have a
Not
point.
yet. But we'll certainly think about it.
Very well. I'll make sure to keep it.
I like it. You're making decisions for me, George.
Pretty.
What?
You're not going to be able to make it while we're going there anyway, so you have plenty of time to think.
Yeah.
And trust
save.
me, he's not going to sell it to anyone else.
Yeah, no-
3,000 gold
no one
on
wants
the
to buy.
steep end.
For 3,000 gold. Okay.
But so I also heard that giant clam wasn't the only thing you were interested in, right?
Nope. You have to go to this guy, and I point to George.
You
I'm
bearded
too
man.
sober for this. Dunjaga.
Yes,
Do you know of it?
of course I do. The stupid, you don't?
Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask of it.
Well,
now,
we're
would
stupid
I?
above water people. I mean, yeah.
Well, if you
of course we don't.
if you know, why are you asking me questions?
Yeah.
Well, I want to know of its location and, you know...
Oh, you're one of those. That is fine.
One of those?
If you want to go to Zunjaga, you go to the most eastern side of the Lawless Archipelago, and there it is most northeastern corner, a little bit most easy to get whenever you are traveling with somebody who's from there already, because if you do not and you land on shore, they kill you.
Who
The
kills
people
you?
that live there. They're very
Oh, they're
aggressive.
not- Oh.
There is also big fish, and big fish don't really allow people that are not from there onto the island. Because I talked with Dragon Turtle about he's annoying, obnoxious little like Inway. Tries to keep everybody away, and it's just leave fish to little islands, leave island alone, and then you have no problem.
The islands float, right?
No,
Oh.
that's stupid. Who taught you that? That's stupid. You cannot go on the
No,
island.
don't-
Island is like normal land. It's just smaller.
I knew that.
There is floating island actually. There is floating island not too far from here. That one is up in the air.
Wait, there is?
Yes,
How do you get there?
Where is that? Where is that?
you fly. Only people that can fly can get there.
Yeah, but where is that?
It's a little east from here. If you're
A little
going to
east.
Zhadka, you probably know. You probably passed it up. It's rather big. You cannot miss it.
Could it drop?
Maybe. There is chance.
Let's go around it, not under it. Could drop.
I mean, if it stayed up for a long time.
For a long
then-
time.
I'm not
There is-
taking
like,
any
we are-
risks.
We are here, water elemental. They are there, air elemental. So
I don't
Yeah.
think it will drop. The air elementals know what they're doing. It's some kind of magic, probably. Elemental
Well,
magic.
I thought I would trust elementals, but things do change.
well, if we are done talking about islands and pearls, I do have things to do. So good day. And he disappears back into the
Maybe.
Well,
hole with water.
that was one of the most curious persons I've ever met.
I felt violated.
I guess that's a pretty good description of something that's chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
And after a moment, the servant comes back up to let you all out of the house.
Yeah, okay. My god, okay. Yeah, okay, I know. We know enough. Well, it's good we did this.
When you step out of the door, by the way, you step into the water and you sink about 2-3 inches deeper into the water than before as you're nearing the end of the spell.
Oh.
Wait, an hour has almost passed.
I mean, fucking an hour, almost real life passed. So.
Yeah.
Shit.
We're walking on water. We're running on water right now.
The moment you step out of the door, on your left side in the distance, you have like the few ships that are currently docked at docks that are slowly disappearing under the water.
Wanna get to our ship?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cherry, you're back.
I'll get Zilla.
Hi.
Hey! Right now we can see you for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, you just met. You all just met with a water genie.
One of the best NPCs you've ever done, Lucas.
You're welcome.
I mean, I love him.
Wait, it's one of the best?
Yeah, it is.
You
I mean, he
clearly
just
never
was
met
it.
Steve.
He was.
Who?
You clearly never met Steve.
Steve
No,
is
I never
ice
met
balls.
Steve. No, but I love him. I love the genie.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that shit at the table. It would be much better.
Yep. Now,
Yeah, we would.
Well, it's already
anything
pretty
else
good.
important?
no, they have a giant
You're
pearl
walking on
clan.
water.
You walked on water for the first time.
Yeah.
I walked on water.
Yep.
Damn,
You are
I'm
Jesus.
so sad I missed that.
So,
Well, I do
What do you guys wanna
already
do?
have the hair, so...
Yeah.
Just a beard now.
but hey, you guys are done at Gustav's. So, what's the plan?
We get to the ship, I suppose.
Yep. To the ship of
He
Urban.
was ready for us already, so why not?
Yeah.
Why wait?
You guys go over to the boats, and it takes a moment for looking before you hear a voice call out from the distance. Hey, you all over here. How are you?
Don't worry about it.
I'm Jesus!
Why you need who's Jesus? Why you need ship? I do not understand. I'm confused.
Just... We need a ship, okay? It's tiring.
It kind of helps you all step onto the boat. Super confused.
Mhm. Yeah, we can't swim, but we can walk on water, apparently.
He says, "Well, I made sure I am stocked up on supplies for day's travel. We will make it to Kiev Rome without too much issue. There I do need to stock up on supplies again, but your fee already provides for that, so we should be okay.
Alright.
Again, none of you have sailing experience. Are you sure you're going to be on the boat and I do not need to tie you to the mast?
I need to be
Oh,
tied
we'll
to
be
the mast.
fine.
I am very small.
Okay. Anybody
You
else?
don't need to be tied to the mast. Just don't jump off the ship.
There is no edge. Like the ship barely has an edge, for the record.
Well,
Like, it doesn't have a
tie me
it
up.
doesn't have like a thick railing. It's basically just a flat. It has a tiny like little edge, but it's mainly flat.
well, tie me up, sir.
See, I will
Okay.
fall
What
off
the
so
fuck?
quickly.
He goes to the
Go,
middle of the
please,
ship. There he opens
Okay.
up. He opens up the a little trap door that opens into the lower subsection of the ship. He kind of steps in. It kind of goes for like half his body. So it's not too spacious under there. But from there, he does get two sets of two stretches of 50 feet of hempen rope. And for those who want to be tied to a belaying pin, they can. So you don't,
Yeah.
so you don't fall off the boat. At the same time, you can't move for more than 50 feet away from the center of the ship.
That's okay. Because the
Also,
ship isn't that big either, right?
No. The ship, here, I need to check how many feet it is. There it is.
hey,
It is, let's see, 5, 10, let's see, there's 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet long.
40 feet. Oh, that's great.
It's 40 feet
So
long and 15 feet wide.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a
Well,
decent sized vessel. It's just not big enough to bring horses on.
Okay. Bye, Jill. Again.
Mm-hmm. Horses
We
are
have
being
to
left
have a
behind.
little discussion after this session about Jillian in the portable hole.
Well, I need 1 second, so I'll be back in just a moment.
Oh. What is he going to do?
I don't know, but Sky,
I
if
don't
you want
know.
to be tied up, I'll do it once we meet in real life.
I'd like that.
We're probably still streaming.
That's why I said right now, I want the world
That's why I
to
need
know.
a gag ball.
I want the
Don't leave
world
a-
to know how attracted I am to Sky.
Don't leave me out of the fun.
Yeah.
You can join.
Alright, that's cool.
But Vera will be jealous because we kissed in the water.
She can join too if she wants.
Well,
Huh?
Max, are you joining as well?
No boys allowed.
What,
No
what
boys
is-
allowed.
I missed this part.
Why
What are
did
we
you
doing?
go? Why
Yeah,
did you
we're gonna
go?
tie me up.
Why did you leave me alone?
We're gonna tie
Why
me up.
did you forsake me?
Once we see each other, because Cherry is really attracted to me.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I don't
Max
get
is
paid
like,
at all. What's this?
Max, it's okay. We're gonna tie you up as well. That's okay.
No!
Just not in a sexy way.
No.
No, just stop.
Just so you
Stop
can't do
digging this
anything.
hole. Please stop.
Just because one thing I said.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, in D&D that would be okay, but in real life, no.
Alright, so I need y'all to, or one of y'all,
Find Jesus is what we
to
need to do.
roll a
You don't want to fucking see Jesus.
to roll a d10.
A D10, that's something else than a D12.
Yeah, because you're in the ocean now. It's a different,
So we
it's a
have less
whole
to do.
different area. Excuse me, what? 4?
That's a 4.
We'll have less to do.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Alright.
Oh.
Number 4.
I have a text.
I need you to roll a d4.
Angie says to us
That's a
that we
2.
don't have to die.
You don't have to, but you could.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys begin your travels. And after, let's see. During the first day, so you haven't left the realm of elements yet. Near the end of the day, near a little bit or around sunset, you begin to notice something that's creeping over the horizon in the past 2 hours or so. In the very, very far distance, to your right, which is south, you see a massive piece of land that is just floating in the air. It's about as large as a single regular mountain, but flipped upside down and floating in the air.
Is this that floating land?
It's kind of weird.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just this massive rock that's just there. You assume it's as big as an island. It's massive. And that's the only reason you can see it way from over here. To get there is probably another day's worth of travel, and then it is super high up in the air. But you see that, and then the sun sets on a beautiful horizon. And in the darkness, as you guys are all preparing to find yourselves rest,
The best I can while I'm throwing up all the time.
in the distance in the water. Oh, fuck, yeah. Zira is not doing well. Let's actually go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
It will
Yeah,
be okay, Sarah. Just holding back your
am-
hair.
I am so... I don't have hair.
No, holding back your horns. Oh, your glasses.
for somebody who's not because you told me that Zira gets seasick. Well, so say for somebody that's seasick, go ahead and roll DC 14 Constitution saving throw. If you roll below that, you're throwing up a lot.
I rolled a 14.
In that case, you manage to just suppress it. You're a lot of the time. Whenever a big wave is oh, it's not great.
And the rest of
You're having a pretty bad day. Oh.
Well, the rest of you don't have to do it unless you're also seasick, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
Zira
I don't know.
very
Is
seasick.
anybody
It's in
else
her
seasick?
character
I'm not
sheet.
seasick.
No?
Just don't like that being that long out in the open on a boat. But I'm not seasick.
It's just Zero's
I don't-
problem then at the moment. I don't
George is
expect
just
him to-
taking it all in. First time on a boat, he's bewildered by it. He's just like, this is water.
Sure.
Sweet water.
We are on water, everyone.
Have
Can
you
you-
never seen the ocean?
I've never been on it like this. No, definitely not.
Wait,
There's
wait,
water
I
all
know,
around us.
I know what we can do, George. I know we have something to do. Does the boat have
I'm assuming this is during the day.
Yes,
because
it's
whatever you
during
roll,
the
it's happening at night. But sure.
I'm on top of the world!
Yes, we need to do that.
The ship
we
in
do
the
that?
front simply has I don't know what it's called, but it's the hourglass shape that's used to tie the ship to a dock. That's the only thing that's up front. There's not a lot of rope there to hold on to, so you can stand there, sure, but
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
going
iffy.
to stand there and I'm saying, George, hold me.
Okay.
George, I'm flying.
Just sort of floating over the water, way too dangerous.
I'm just looking at it like, oh my god, that's gonna go wrong.
I mean, Bree is tied to the mast. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Wait, she's
Don't
tied to the
bother.
mast.
Yeah, she's
Don't tie
she
to the
has
mast.
like
I
a
said tie me up,
she's like a
sir,
belt
so-
of rope that is connected to the mast. So
How
she
fast is the ship going?
I don't think that goes at the moment. It's not going horribly fast. Isn't it?
2 miles per hour.
Nobody would do like a decent swimming creature. Somebody that can really keep up. They could probably keep up with this. Somebody who's regular swimming, there's no way that you're gonna be able to. Like you're going 40, 50 feet round-ish. You're going pretty fast. You're almost out in the open ocean.
Then George is it's like a pretend.
Don't
Alright, go ahead,
talk
make a let's see. Make a
Don't
strength
make
saving
me-
throw because you're dropping her and then trying to catch her in time.
Oh.
Without
Oh
dropping her.
Yeah.
It's either that or a
Don't
dexterity
worry.
saving throw. It's up to you.
No natural one. No natural one.
12.
12. Bree, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's okay. +5, so.
This is roll really bad.
It's natural 1. I can re-roll it. I can re-roll it.
Oh, but that was perfect. God damn it.
It's an 8. It's an 8. Oh god.
George, you're like, oh, and you drop her and you try to grab her, but she's way smaller than you expected. You grab like just the top, your hands skim over the top of the head as Bree falls, tries to land her feet, she wasn't ready for that, tries to land her feet on the tip of the ship. It's like, oh no, and then you slip off the side, bloosh, into the water, and the rope just goes over the edge.
You just start pulling on the rope.
Yeah,
Bree, the fucking seawater, a lot of it, just before you're eventually raised up out of the water by George and Utsil.
What the fuck? What the fuck were you both thinking?
You see Irvin in the back, like holding the pin, and kind of sitting on the ground, just.
What the fuck were you both thinking?
It's like children who never been in the water before.
I thought you could help me. I just start to cry.
Oh shit, I don't have calm emotions prepared.
I don't have calm emotions prepared.
Look, you're fine. You haven't been. You're just a little wet.
I went to the ocean.
Don't cry. Don't do that.
You
I
never
will
seen Bree
try
cry
to
before.
comfort Bree while not trying
We've
to
seen
throw up on
Bree
her.
cry before. If anybody, we've seen Bree cry before.
Yeah, but not like this. This is
Okay.
like howling.
I'll try to
Yeah.
comfort Bree while not trying to throw up on her.
I have nothing to warm you up.
Just
I can
take
do a
my
sacred
bedroll
flame.
from my backpack.
But after a day of water-based shenanigans,
I thought it would be fun, but he shouldn't have to drop me.
I really didn't mean to drop you.
Then don't do this. Like, oh, I'm letting you go. Oh, I can get you again. No, you
Ooh.
can't.
Ooh.
I'm not trusting you anymore in this
Well, you
game.
live and you learn.
I'm so glad it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'm
let's
glad
do
I
it as
was
well.
tied- I'm glad I was tied up to the
No.
mast because otherwise it would be gone.
Don't worry, I can always save you from the water and the drowning.
Yeah, right.
Alright. So, after a day's worth of water-based shenanigans, you see the large rock coming over the horizon. A few hours later, the sun sets. Beautiful sunset up out in the open ocean. Something most of you probably haven't seen before. And then, in the distance, you all see, rising through the water at an incredible speed, these two teal blue lights just moving rapidly. And they, although they are swirling a little bit, seem to be slowly coming in the direction of your boat.
What's that?
Of your sloop, to be specific.
Irvin, is that normal?
He looks up and he goes, "Is what normal?"
That.
He kind of looks over the edge. He has to look past most of the boat. And his eyes go wide and he goes, "No, that is not normal at all.
Okay,
That seems
what
to maybe
should
be
we
a
do?
problem." And he like
Alright.
grips the rope of the that he's
How
holding.
far away is it?
It's currently about 200-300 feet away from you. He kind of grabs the rope of the sail a little tighter.
It's definitely gonna get here within 10 minutes. It's,
Oh yeah, it is.
cast water walk on everyone.
Hey, everybody gets a water
Yeah,
walk.
we can walk on water.
Everyone, or just the four of you?
Everyone. Irvin as well.
Alright. The ship continues to go. There's not much stopping the wind.
Hmm.
And these blue lights moving through the water. They begin to circle your ship.
Alright.
And is spinning both the opposite directions.
Come on.
This is making me even more sick!
You can walk on the water, Zara, don't worry.
Then, on both sides of the ship, bursting out of the water, keeping themselves afloat through a very kind of familiar column of water that's just tornadoing below them, these whirlpools keeping them up. You see these mostly water consistency beings, almost humanoid, especially the torso and head. They seem to be of a vaguish purple skin before their lower torso kind of gradually moves into the ocean. They kind of swimming there. Both of them kind of having their hands out. Don't seem to be carrying any weaponry, but they're kind of just hanging there for a moment, inspecting your ship. So they're about 30 feet on each side of the ship.
Hello.
One of them begins to speak out. Which one of you decided to travel these oceans? And for what purpose?
What do you want to know?
Well, just hold a minute.
No, Sarah, you're not the one who did it.
I'm very sick right now.
George, do something.
Well,
Why do you want to know?
It was me.
You say that, George?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also say, why do you want to know? But
As they're floating there, they're like, you stupid people. Land dwellers keep invading.
But it's more of a visit, really.
If
We're
you
not-
decide to sail the seas of the great Leviathan, an offering must be made. We will
What kind of
return in
offering?
24 hours.
What does he like?
Be sure to be appropriate. Both of them once again crash into the water.
oh, they talk very highly. I want to punch them.
Why didn't they tell us just what is appropriate?
What just happened?
I want to punch them.
Don't cry.
All high and mighty. You'll bring a sacrifice. Oh, here's my fist. That's your
Calm
sacrifice.
down. Utsu, calm down.
Let's all stop fattening the ocean.
Shadowboxing.
I'm just like, yeah, come then. Fight me then.
You're not gonna fight water.
Oh, they better not fight me. I'll
What?
show them what for.
Okay, so what just happened? They want a sacrifice?
The ocean threatened us.
Wow, I never thought that would happen. Well,
What do we
finish
have?
being you. I just think as we go.
What do
Hmm?
we have? We have
So you
fish.
can threaten us, but you only carry fish. Yeah, pee.
I don't know what they want.
Fish pee.
Yeah.
Hold up. I think I'm missing something.
Little
Fish
wink.
pee.
Yeah. My English is not that good, guys.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I guess since you're a Dutch teacher.
It's a wish. It's Lake of Wiz, so it's wiz of fish. Right? No.
You mean urine?
Yeah, urine.
Piss.
That's
Yeah.
fish piss. Yeah. He's not. I'm pretty sure George is not
Dutch is my
carrying it.
first language, and I'm doing everything with
That's
it,
fine.
right?
That's fine.
So
I don't have
yeah.
fish piss.
Fish piss.
What do we have that we could offer to that to the
We're
ocean
not
besides
serious.
fists?
We're not seriously considering their offer, right?
Well,
Why not?
Why do we?
Because
They
we're on the
come-
ocean and we're
As
not
you
gonna
say
fight
that-
the ocean.
I should say that, Utsil. From the back of the ship, you hear Irvin go, "Cause it's my ship. That's why you're considering it." Damn.
Well, you can offer it. I don't know what they want.
I
If
have
it
a
were up to me, we
question.
turn back.
What
Guys.
kind of stuff does Leviathan like?
I have a tent.
I
Well-
have various
Leviathan kept driving
gems.
to my cold dead hands. I'm not gonna give shit.
I cannot believe I'm saying this. We still have Jillian in the portable hole.
Alright, so that's the first thing you go to. I'm glad that you're on.
Gonna give your cousin.
Can we please not go there
I mean-
immediately?
I mean, it's the only human being we can sacrifice, right?
We don't have to sacrifice a human being, I'm sure.
Human being.
Why do you immediately
Well,
go
a
there?
sacrifice for the gods. George, you are a cleric. Seriously.
Morin did never ask me to sacrifice a human being. What do you think of me?
But if the gods want to sacrifice, they always want a being, right? They don't want
No,
stuff
they
or
don't always
something.
want a being.
You read too many
Usually they
fantasy
want
books.
stuff like food or drinks or whatever. Fruit.
Yeah, just give him lots of beer because that's a good idea. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not gonna giving him anything.
Well, just
I got this
saying.
rusted greatsword.
Let's
Just-
see, what do I have? And I just take off my backpack and I start to look through it.
Oh, God.
while half my body disappears into it.
Oh, the heads of the monsters we killed.
Why do you keep thinking about people and things?
Because I'm thinking of a proper sacrifice. Sometimes maybe we throw something out as a sacrifice and it doesn't work. Then you just throw something away.
The first thing you go to is Jillian. Are you okay? Are you like...
No, I'm not okay.
You're
You
having-
see that, right?
You're having a mental breakdown.
Yes. I mean, you just dropped me, George. You dropped me. How can I trust you? Because
That's
you're
like
the one
3
supposed
hours
to
ago.
bring
Stop
Jillian back.
talking.
You're the one supposed to bring Jillian back. How can I trust you when you drop me? Let's just go to try
You
again.
wanted to drop Jillian in the ocean. What do you mean?
Well, I might as well do because maybe you're not gonna be able to revive her.
George, since you're
I'm
an
offended.
expert on gods, do they wear clothes and do they like clothes as sacrifice?
I'm not an expert on the Leviathan, but clothings are pretty uncomfortable underwater, so I don't think so.
Okay, so I can better not give him this blood-soaked cloak.
Oh. Just this cloak that you remember, like, one of the guys had it in it whenever you guys were in the Tomb of the Shattered Shadow, just hits the deck. Irvin just kind of goes in the back, what? Super confused.
Well then.
If I had a pearl from a giant clam, that would be a great offer.
That would be no, that's way too expensive. No, if we had that, we wouldn't
You
have given
think
that.
we can throw one copper piece in it and it will be done? No, we have to do something. We have to give something of worth, I think.
I can craft something. I have to think about what they would like.
Yeah.
Cannot be
Tridents,
more
maybe?
expensive than 100 gold, but don't tell them that.
A
So,
trident, maybe? That's something?
Irvin, what do you know about Leviathan?
They like tridents, right?
We'll see what Irvin knows about the Leviathan.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
You ask him that, and he goes, not much. People tell a story that Leviathan caused storms on sea, but I did not actually think it was a real thing. Now I'm a little bit more worried.
Storm.
Well, if he has a trident, he can be like that story of the Little Mermaid. You have a father with a trident, so he can compel storms. But that trident you can create, it's not magical, right?
Well,
But he already is. So
I could make a trident, but
just like a fancy one.
I have various gems you could use to make it extra fancy.
Yeah, that would work. I think.
if only we knew anything about this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead and roll roll a history check.
Ooh, can I make one too?
Sure. Anybody?
Can I make
I will say
not gonna.
George because he started it up, and
Wait,
anybody who's
history.
proficient in history.
Alright, I am.
Yes, I am. Double proficient, actually.
There you go.
Is everyone proficient in history?
Yes. Yay, 16.
No.
Oh no, I'm the only one who's not proficient in it apparently.
Sorry, it's because George called it out in the beginning, and then whoever's proficient, I would allow for to roll as well. So, George, what'd you get?
An 8.
8. Then Bree got 16, and what did Utsu get?
9.
8, 9. Yeah, for the Leviathan, you haven't heard much about it, if anything.
Leviathan.
Bree, you on the other end with a 16. You lived near the south of Genova, which the southern ocean that connects to Genova is Lost Storm Sea, in which it is told that the Great Leviathan resides. The Great Leviathan is this immensely powerful creature that causes these wicked storms, causing people not wanting to normally, travel, especially for trade and stuff, travel across the Lost Storm Sea. It's mainly just this sailor story. It's never had any proof. There's a couple of missing ships that are told oh, the Great Leviathan did that. It is told that it escaped when the realm of elements came into kind of broke Newfoundland. It is said that whenever the elemental planes crash into the material, it escaped and now resides in the Lost Storm Sea, but that's it. You're not sure what it is, it's just a creature that causes storms. Some type of elemental or monstrosity, or you have no idea. Humanoids. There's really weird humanoids out there.
If it wants to disturb the trade, I don't think it's interested in some stuff. So it should be something special. Not something that one of us could give, I think.
I still have a blood-soaked cloak.
I think my crafting is quite excellent.
I also think it's excellent, George.
I'll craft something for them.
Yeah, you make that trident.
Should I make a trident or a little miniature ship?
I don't think he would be too happy with ships, considering he's brought some to...
And he has a ship to sink in his bathtub.
Yeah, but he already has. He already has brought many ships to the bottom of the sea.
And his ocean is kind of like its bathtub.
But then you have to make a normal ship, because this ship is this big, I think, in his head.
I guess I could make a
he's a
trident.
great fella.
It's a little...
Even if he is in the ocean, he shouldn't have to threaten people.
I know,
I feel like a great, powerful god doesn't need to threaten people for sacrifice.
I feel like it's not a god.
Or thing. If it's so great and powerful, why does it need sacrifice?
I mean, that's usually just an egotistical thing, I imagine.
I don't know.
I think so too.
I'll make a trident.
Yes.
I guess.
If I were an all-powerful god, I would want to have sacrifices just so I would never have to grocery shop again.
Hi. George, you're going to be crafting a trident. It will
Yes.
cost at least 100 gold. Or however expensive you want to make it. It's up to 100 gold. Do you want to implement any additional things to it rather than, making it your own design, making it look nice? For example, Zira suggested adding in some of the gems she has. You want to do anything like that?
You should.
If
Right.
so, what? Or, how is this trident different? Or is it just a nice looking trident?
Well,
And how
First
much gold
of all-
pieces is it worth?
it'll be worth 100 gold pieces, which is a lot for a trident.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Does that come from the party funds? Or from
Nope.
your...
That will come from George's pocket,
Alright.
because this is something he can be proud of.
Okay.
He makes the trident with love. He looks at the ocean. He uses it to cool down the elements he heats up. So he uses the ocean in the crafting,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't that great, but because of magic, he manages.
Whenever you have to temper the weapon that's been heated by the radiant flames in the ocean, just Has a little bit of crusted salt on it. They have to kind of shake off, but becomes a pretty nice weapon.
I mean, that's part of it.
Okay.
Then, what kind of gems do you have, Zira? Do you know that? Do you know it?
Well, I have this onyx, I have this tiger eye, this zircon, this citrine, this jasper, and this diamond.
Right,
Do you know how much they're worth, each of them?
Yes. Yes. Which one do you want to know of?
Just go in order.
Okay, this onyx is worth 50 gold pieces. This tiger eye is worth 10 gold pieces. This zircon is also worth 50 gold pieces. The citron is also worth 50 gold pieces. The jasper is also worth 50 gold pieces. And the diamond is worth 50 gold pieces.
Read that slowly, please.
Well, which one do you need? I mean, the diamond
The
is
only
probably.
one I need I have already in use, so you can use whichever. And if I wanted to, I can just buy a new one if needed.
Which one do you think is the prettiest?
I think... Let me hold on.
Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google them all now. I don't know how gemstones look.
I know how kind of all of them look like because I did the whole gemstone.
The onyx is black.
Yeah.
The tiger
diamond
eye
is
is
clear.
tigerish.
The tiger eye it's like orangish with a black stripe in the center. The kind of like the the pupil cat eye shape. That's why it's called a tiger eye.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure
It's a
Jasper
nice-
is also black.
Jasper, no, Jasper is not black. Jasper is more reddish.
Oh, then I don't know anymore.
Zircon can be multiple colors, I see. Of course, it's yellow. It almost sounds like citroen. Okay.
I personally, I think the onyx is the prettiest because it's just so pretty black. It's so looks so mysterious.
Alright. Then we'll use the onyx to sort of put it in the weapon.
Hey,
This
where
is
do you
one
where do you implement the weapon? Where do you implement the onyx in the weapon? What does the weapon generally look like?
So, it's a trident with a golden trim of color. I mean, use golden coins, so makes it at least look like gold. It's not obviously fully gold, but
Mm-hmm.
the appearance shows it to be. It has this very like aesthetic of like there's these fins at the end of it, and then it goes in this serpentine. Because Leviathan imagines some sort of serpent,
Mm-hmm.
which at some point ends up in his head and uses the onyx as like an eye for this, well, serpent. And the serpent sort of looks over to these three pins, which almost as if it's the ocean, which it looks over.
Alright.
It's extra.
It is very extra considering that a trident on its own cost what 10, 15 gold, 5 maybe
It's
even.
very extra.
Let's see. It's because how the onyx is 50 gold, meaning let's see, a trident costs. Fuck, what was it? Weapons. A trident costs you 5 gold. So it's a 5 gold trident with 145 gold's worth of decorations on it.
Which is
So-
mostly the fact that it's gold plated at most parts.
Yeah, it's a pretty expensive trident, you know, for being relatively non-magical. Because George, oddly enough, while you're smithing, you're using the radiant flames granted to you by Moradin. Whilst implementing the onyx, when you strike the final, when you hit with the final blow, and the onyx is secured in place, there's this vague purplish flash poof, that comes out from it. Very unusual for smithing with gems, but there's this odd magical potential there that you haven't ever seen before when working with gemstones.
And why are you giving this away then?
Hmm.
I mean, he still has it. He doesn't have to, but you notice that
Yeah.
there's potential there.
Look, if this thing is as anything as the stories, we're just gonna drown if it's going to attack us. This here is my gift to it.
It's so pretty.
How long would it take for them to return?
They said they would be
Said
back in 24 hours.
Hmm. It needs one more touch, one more thing that it needs.
I feel you.
And he just sort of ties a rope to one of the places and he just sort of jumps in the water.
Well, okay, now your water walk would be gone at this point. You begin to sink. Irvin
the
immediately
rope
goes,
tag.
"Is that supposed to happen?" Is
Oh.
I don't know.
He continues. What are you doing,
He's-
George?
He's just gonna. George gonna sit on the side. He's gonna hold the trident underwater.
Oh, I thought you jumped
just-
into the water.
Well, he's on the water. He's just sort of on the side of the boat,
Oh, okay.
making sure that's because there's nothing I can really attach it to the hull
Mhm.
as I could.
At the front, you have that nub that is made to be tied to the docks, which is an option, but what you try to do works just fine.
I guess I'll just tie the rope to the trident and throw that in the water.
And you disappears into the ocean.
It'll become one with the ocean. I'm sure that's how it works. I have no clue.
Sure.
I thought you
trying.
were just
So
killing
just
something with
throw,
it.
150 plus gold trident in the ocean.
It gives it character.
Well, you know that I can also, give it that extra touch myself.
I can literally make it repeat the words Leviathan is great.
I think that will really amuse him.
What do you mean with that? How can you do that?
Simply, just watch me do it, and I.
So you have to pull the trident back into the boat. But once it's there, what do you do with it?
I take it,
Mm-hmm.
and I will just say to it, Leviathan is great, and then I give it back to George, and I'm like, okay, now put it on the ground, like do it this, like it's a magic thing.
Boonk.
And it says, and suddenly there's my voice saying, Leviathan is great.
Oh, that's really awkward. Not the voice I'd expect it to be, but
Leviathan is great.
Leviathan is great. Leviathan is great. Leviathan.
Can make a
How
How did
remix
you
out
do
of
that?
shit.
It's one of my artificer abilities.
Does that just stay forever?
As long as I wanted to.
Nice.
Ooh, let's not piss it off if that's gonna be removed at some point.
Well, he can just write me a letter if he wants it removed.
Right.
Sure.
Go pen pals with Leviathan.
Can you do it again, but can you do a deeper growling voice?
Well, if we want a better voice,
Sure.
someone else has to record the message.
Well, George can,
Utso.
or I can, or Utso.
Utsul has a voice of a
What are you talking about?
of an old, and he just looks at Irvin.
What?
You do it.
I do what?
You
have to say
speak the
something.
message.
Sure. How does
Okay,
this
give
work?
me back, give me back the trident.
Yep. Come here.
Okay.
Sitting there.
If you want
Okay,
me to
now
hold
record the
anything,
message.
Leviathan is great.
No, put more emotion in it.
Oh, fuck.
Fine, that is great. You have to say.
Okay. She's,
Hey, shh, let me reset it again. Okay, yes, now you can.
Leviathan is great.
Oh, that sounds so awkward.
It is
Like
awkward.
you
I am
mean it.
talking to a stick.
I know you're talking to the Leviathan.
Ugh.
But thanks for talking to Leviathan.
Don't try to
Sure.
put.
Leviathan is great.
Okay,
No,
let's
they'll do that. They'll do that.
I
yeah.
do not-
That's just.
Magic
Let's
Newt is
get-
new to me. I do not do this. This is sorry.
Just say
Magic is
Leviathan.
very normal for me, so
It's
just,
okay,
just
thank
you.
trust me.
Just say,
And-
just say. Leviathan, you can kiss my ass.
I do not
I'm
think that
so
is
glad
right.
I didn't
That is a bad
report that.
idea. I think.
We shouldn't do that. We're all gonna die.
He's just a bully. Asking people for things.
Yeah, but you know,
He has some power position here. I mean,
We're on the
don't know
ocean.
that. He
We're on the
comes up with
ocean?
three-
it's like
Oh,
someone of the ocean.
don't show us.
I would rather be on land if we were try to insult or just say him to. F up
you've
its own
never
ass.
seen him in action. You don't know what he's doing.
Well,
don't
that's
know
I
if
don't
prevent.
know,
He has
but I
any
really
power.
like his name, okay?
And I'm not planning to find out, Utsu. Come on, get yourself together. I know it's not okay.
I am together. I don't want any part in this. This is just blatant fucking rip off.
Well,
This is
I
the
like
first
his
time I
name,
think-
so I think he deserves this.
I think this is
That's
the first
fine.
time. I think George is more normal than Utsu.
Oh wow.
Also, just stay out of it, okay? Don't say anything to them.
I'm not gonna say anything. If you wanna do this, then you do this. Just
You're
don't
not gonna
expect me
insult
to do
them.
anything. I'm not
Don't
gonna
insult
insult
Pinky
them.
promise.
Pinky
I
promise.
don't need a pinky promise. I won't insult
That
them.
means you're gonna insult them.
No.
Pinky promise.
Fine. Pinky promise.
Pinky
I won't
promise.
say nothing.
If you break the pinky promise, you know what happens.
What happens?
If you do break it, can I eat the pinky?
No. But it
What
means 10 years of bad luck.
We learned
10 years of
different
nothing.
pinky promises.
10 years is nothing. It's more like 50.
Sarah, you can only do 2 because you have to only 2 pinks.
Yes, but indeed, in pinky promises, if you break them, you lose your pink, and then I get to eat them.
No, Zero, that's not a pinky promise.
Yes, there
It's
is.
her
Remember
pinky
it being
promise.
longer.
In a pinky promise, if you break the pinky promise, you lose your pinky, and then anyone who wants to can eat the pinky. Most of the time, I was the first to claim the pinky.
How does it
Because
taste?
the different culture. That's don't eat pinkies.
Pinkies. Well, Brie, I'll tell you how pinkies taste. They are the best tasting fingers.
Really? There's such a little fat. I think the thumb is better.
No, pinkies are
Can
the
we
best tasting.
Can we not talk
Yes.
about which
Tasting
finger is the
fingers.
best?
Well,
Or the
best-
middle finger, George.
As these conversations about pinky promises and such continue deep into the night, you all do find yourselves eventually falling asleep. And Zira, you have the most uncomfortable fucking sleep you've ever had. It's good that you're tied to the ship. You can make sure that you're kind of close to the edge at all times, so when you wake up throwing up, you can throw it overboard.
Ah, thank
Can I,
you.
can I try to at least can I try to keep watch?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to keep watch?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
No!
Okay.
Zero should sleep, but we can take watch.
Sure. In that case, Utsil, go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice anything happening during the night.
17.
17. The ocean is surprisingly calm. There's a bit of wind, so you're moving ever so slightly, but much less than during the day. There's something you spot very off in the distance, every so often, a little blue light that kind of just flies its way through the ocean. But nothing happens during your watch. Anybody else? For a second watch?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll, Bree, for a perception check.
Let's see. Perception. plus 6. That's a 20.
20. You're not necessarily as worried as Utsul is. And you keep an eye out throughout the night. Nothing dangerous seems to show up, and then the water stays relatively calm. But you begin to come closer to that massive floating island. And when you notice something that catches your eye and kind of keeps you distracted throughout the night is the flight of some massive birds. They're like large birds. You haven't seen giant eagles yet before, or giant ravens, something like that. These are not eagles or ravens. What you see here floating above the water are swarms of giant seagulls that just fly through the water. Sometimes they go up very high, then they jump and disappear into the water, and they come out with a fish that's easily about that big. Just, you know, these massive birds flying around kind of get you distracted.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't seem to bother your ship too much. They're definitely too big to land on it. Although the presence of seagulls does take, and at one point there is like a seagull that's sitting way atop the mast, like a regular sized seagull. It's just kind of sitting there. Ha! Whatever fucking sound a seagull makes. Something like that.
Basically dead.
Ha! There you go.
It's singing like that.
Sure.
I heard it for a week, guys. I was in the
I'm pretty sure it's more of like a but it's really fucking annoying at one point. So at one point Irvin kind of wakes up and he fucking shakes heavily with the mast until I eventually flies off and he fucking bird goes back to bed. George, go ahead and make a perception check.
Wait. I want to wake up George.
Sure.
And I want to tickle him in his neck.
You wake up uncomfortably.
Why?
Because you dropped me. Nice watch.
And Bree goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Rolex.
Expensive. 500 gold.
Outfit check. Plate armor.
Look at this
1500
George drip,
gold.
y'all. Alright,
Oh wait, I will guidance myself.
go for it.
21.
21. You notice the same flashing blue lights in the distance. They scurry by every now and again, but not often. They don't seem to get relatively close to your ship, but they're there.
George is just sort of with the trident, like walking around. He's whenever it goes by, and just points it at, and he just rehearses what he's gonna say when they come.
You walk
So
around.
nervous.
Once while you're walking past people, you accidentally like hit the deck with it. It goes boom, Leviathan. Shit. You're trying to like quiet it, but there's no mouth or anything. It's a little uncomfortable.
Shut up.
But it is a very nice, although a little much looking weapon. It is a very nice make, and if you're back at Capramundo or somewhere where you could sell this thing with the supposed labor that would have had to be put in by a regular smith in this, you could sell this for quite a lot of money. But it's a sacrifice, and you hope it'll do. Your watch though goes by uneventfully. And for the following day, I do need somebody to roll a d10. Somebody who did not roll the previous one.
I'll do it.
Go for it, George.
Can I guidance? 7.
No, you
Guidance?
cannot. On that one, you cannot.
It's random.
7. Go ahead and roll d4 again, please.
So I can guidance it?
It's not a guidance
cannot.
roll.
Is
I
1.
A 1? Okay. The night goes by uneventfully. You all wake up in the morning. Your travel continues relatively normal throughout the day. You're all anticipating the return of those individuals. But aside from that, your day is free.
Explain how the features on this work.
0, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I thought. get to 12.
12. Your day's
I'll
fucked.
be tro-
You're not doing
my
a whole
day's-
lot aside from just barfing. And when the barf is up,
Hurrah.
it's just bad. You have a bad day.
Did you have any magic that could help that?
Levitation.
Worked for like 10 minutes.
You could do that to like levitate above the ship. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to deal with the rocking of the boat for a bit, but only 10 minutes though.
Well, no.
Is there anything anybody wishes to do during this day? Because you guys are on a boat, you're not really doing much. You shouldn't be, trying to work with chemicals or whatever. But there you can still do things.
Just
I'm barfing, so I'm not gonna do
Okay, yeah,
anything
you're-
except be miserable.
You're barfing.
I'm helping Zira, comforting her a bit, and playing a song for her that's not about barfing.
You're trying to keep the general tone of the ship
yeah.
lighthearted.
Yep.
Okay.
Which
Anybody
is
else
hard.
doing anything?
Staring out over the ocean, looking out, and thinking about what I wanted to say to those fuckers, but what I'm not gonna say.
Just
This is
sit next to
muttering
the
under my
soul.
breath, like assholes.
You're really bothered by this, aren't you?
I don't like people extorting others for.
They're not
for
people, it's the ocean. Think of it that way.
The ocean,
It's nature.
whatever it
The
is.
ocean did.
It's not This is not natural.
Elements are pretty natural, they're part of nature.
If elements were part of nature, they wouldn't have to deal with these schemes.
Would you rather it just sunk our ship?
No, of course not. But I don't believe that this Leviathan, if it is anything, that it will do anything. Why would it care about us traveling? It doesn't make sense. But
Well,
then again, magic doesn't feel like it makes sense anyway.
if it's the ocean, that means we're quite literally moving over it, which is a little disrespectful. So at
If
least a little sign of
if it's the-
respect.
If it's the ocean, then it should have been here before the elemental things. And to my knowledge, or to what Bree said, it wasn't here before the elemental thing.
Well, it's certainly part of the ocean now.
So it has claimed the ocean for its own, taken up its space.
Sometimes you are a
Exactly.
rebel for the sake of being a rebel, Utzel.
Maybe.
It's the ocean.
Just
I
let
don't
him
argue
be.
with I just don't like it, okay? I don't mind that I appreciate that you're clear-headed about this, but I don't like it.
But it feels like we're special, we're chosen to give it something.
No.
Those are
feels
two
like it-
opposites to face it, guys. I mean,
It feels like it's threatening us.
it
that
is
if-
threatening us, and if we
Yeah,
give it something, it would stop, I think. I
That
hope.
means it's blackmail, and that's just
Yeah, but it's not
That
a
doesn't-
person, I think. It's just...
there
I
were
mean-
three elementals that came to things that came to us.
They don't
It
seem to
doesn't
have been
have to be-
elemental. They seem to have been some type of person. If I didn't make that clear
Exactly.
enough.
There were people that came to us, threatened us, asked us for a sacrifice. That's blackmail, and that, to my knowledge, I don't vibe. I don't.
So toll
condone any of
bridges,
that.
as that blackmail?
Yeah, I don't.
Of course you say yes. How do you think that bridge is upkept?
Depends who makes it. Usually by government or private investments, but what
Just
are you
think of it
talking
like
about?
that.
This is not a bridge. This is the ocean. They're not upkeeping anything.
Isn't the ocean a bridge to all islands?
Oh, guys.
That's way too philosophical to think about this. The ocean is water.
Right around this time of day is
Guys,
when
there's a
the...
spider in the corner of my room. Oh my god.
That sucks.
Roll for initiative.
Right around this time of day is when the light of the sun gets overtaken by a massive shadow. And you guys begin sailing out of the sunlight as you are now entering underneath the massive floating rock above you. There above you,
You don't have any dignity.
nearly like a mile above you, you can see that there's little cliffs and there's like birds diving off of it every now and again. And it's floating there and it's huge.
Irvin, isn't this a terrible idea? What if a rock falls?
Just enjoy the view, George. It's
We won't feel it,
beautiful.
and if we go around, it costs you one more day.
Did you just say we won't feel it?
If it crushes you, probably not, no.
It's going too fast, George, I think. You just...
If you want
posing
me to
like
go
a-
around, I can do that, but it costs you one
No.
more day. Okay.
No, it's fine.
No, no, please. No, no longer boats.
He begins to continue. Later that night, the sun does begin to set at one point, which brings the sunlight back onto the ship before it eventually sets behind the horizon. And a little bit after, about an hour after sunset.
Tell me when they come back so I can fly, so I can talk to them. Not being sick.
A little bit after sunset. No songs? That's not good. Come on.
Brie, have you written the song for them? For the ocean?
Yes, of course.
There we go.
Don't laugh for us.
You guys
I want
notice
to
the
improvise,
small,
it'll be okay.
two small blue lights coming from ahead of your ship. Just they come to the surface.
Before they, as they come, I will just do this to George. And just sit against the mast of the ship.
Man. The
Trying to
water you
keep
see begin
Zira
to
from,
bulge a little bit.
Trying to calm Zira down.
With incredible speed. Before, again, on either side of the ship, about 30 feet away, these two people seemingly controlling the water, just kind of floating there. One of them goes, "Have you made your choice? Sacrifice or sinking?"
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Still just they're floating, both of them keeping up with the pace of the ship and just waiting for a response. Zero getting up apparently.
Lee, your
I will
song,
now-
and then here's the
I will
title.
now cast Levitate on myself so I can walk normally and not feel awfully sick anymore.
Yeah, you just barely have to like push yourself a little bit. You keep yourself a little bit off the ground.
She just float away from the...
Nah, because she's tied to the ship, you can keep her.
Kabloo.
I just
Does somebody
walk
step?
next to
You step
George.
forward.
Yes.
Right. The one on the right of the ship just comes like really close, but like, there's about 5 feet in between the boat and them. And he goes,
I do have my gloves on just
Sure.
in case.
and he goes, "Present your sacrifice."
You're
yes.
just... hits it on the... the ground.
No, before you do that.
He already did it, and then you can do it. We didn't rehearse this.
Yeah.
Talk about these things, George. Why are you doing this?
Okay, well, let me
Yep.
show you what we have.
And George has done and you heard the Leviathan and skate trident. And I'm like,
Okay, so we have made this beautiful trident because we thought he would appreciate it. And it has the feature of saying that Leviathan is great. But if he doesn't like that and wants something else, then he can just send me a letter. My name is Zira. Just send me a magical letter or something, and
We can adjust it, yeah.
I can adjust it. I'm the only person who can do that. I can also make it go away completely if he doesn't like it, but we tell him it's a nice touch. Yes, it's a very beautiful trident we made for him.
Whilst
So,
you're talking,
yeah, here.
the person who just brings the column of water closer to the ship, and one of his like purplish skinned arms kind of reaches out for you to lay it in his hand.
I'll
Just sort of with a bow.
place it. Just place it there with a little bow indeed.
He takes it, holds it for a second. Safe travels. And both of them disappear into the water, and you see the little lights both go up in a northern direction and disappear.
I just yell after them. Just send me a letter if you want me to, adjust the sound or something.
It's okay, Zira. It's okay.
I'm so proud. Can you imagine that thing is in a hoard somewhere under the ocean? One of my
You did
items.
it, George! You did it!
That's great. Like some adventurer is gonna find that. He's gonna be like, "What is this?" And I made
It's
that.
so-
That's awesome.
It's okay now.
I'm freaking out. That's the best out of the 50 gold I've ever spent. Oh my god.
You only spent 100. I just happen to have a gem for 50 gold.
That's true.
Safe travels, blah.
Why do you
Well,
always have to
this-
undermine things?
I mean, I'm happy for you, but if we see them again, can I punch them in the face? Because they have very punchable faces. Please.
No.
I
can
kept
punch
my
in
mouth
water?
shut.
I mean, if you punch water, you go through it, right?
Well, Utsil, I'll tell you this.
These are
if
magical.
you see one of them in the future and I'm not with you, you can punch them in the face. But don't do it when I'm with them because I feel like I have a good reputation with them now.
I will apologize in behalf that and say that I am not with you, Zera. Is that good?
Okay,
I will say
can live
as
with
I'm
that.
punching them, I am not with Zera. Don't worry. This is just for me, Utsil. You can.
Utsil, just don't punch them first.
Let them punch you first.
Fine. I am a person of dignity after all.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Yeah,
night
big
continues.
I'm singing a little lullaby
Mhm.
for the ocean and for Zira, so she can have a bit of good sleep.
Another night comes up. Are you guys repeating the keeping watches, or are you just all resting now? After
I'm
this
still
encounter?
not gonna keep watch.
I'm keeping watch, and if no one else wants to keep watch, I'll just stay up. That's fine with me.
Oh,
Is
any
any-
watch as well.
Well,
I
I am
guess.
way too sick to actually keep a watch.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
taking
fine.
watch as well because I want to see those seagulls again.
Alright. Utsil. Go ahead and make a perception check.
18.
18. You have dark vision, right?
Yep.
But there's no light on the ship.
That shouldn't matter.
No, that does matter, because technically you're considered in dim light, which means the average perception check will be with disadvantage and your passive is with -5. I found that out recently.
Oh.
Yeah, dark vision apparently doesn't solve all your troubles. But it's just, you know,
I mean,
Whether
I
or
mean,
not you
if
want to
vision
keep that
does that.
willingness out there. It's just that
I
you can
mean-
see and you can function.
Uh,
Your perception check, you won't have to roll it with disadvantage. Just know that if you don't, your passive is a little lower, and whatever you roll is considered a little lower.
Alright, so do I have to reduce it by anything?
It's your choice. You want to roll with disadvantage, or do you want it to light up a light?
I can light up a light. That's
Mhm.
fine. Do I have a tinder box, but I don't think I have any torches.
You have moonlit gloves, right?
Do we still have those?
I didn't think you sold them.
I didn't sell them, no.
Then you should
No,
still have them.
then I'll just lay them next to me and just look. Ding, ding,
Yeah, you have to
ding.
like. you have to put them on to slam them together, but then you can take them off and put them next to you. And whilst they're close together, they remain lit. But there is a bright light now on the ship.
Can I put some cloth on it so that it's
To dim it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure. It will still
I
be
do-
brighter than dim light, but it will, it will help a little bit. So in that case, your perception check will be rolled as normal. So what did you roll?
18.
Very, very well. That's interesting. 18, you said. Okay. With the light on, you begin to notice. You dimmed it, so it's not as big. So the moment they come about 30 feet, within 30 feet of the ship, you see multiple dark spots underneath the water just rapidly coming towards you. About 5 of them just approaching. And you have about a round to respond. What do you do?
Fuck is that? Dark. How many?
About 5. They seem to be coming you just barely notice them coming from both sides into your radius of light. And you have 1 round to respond. What do you do?
Put on my gloves and say, and just slam them together and say, "We got incoming!"
So you hear a loud ting of metal and stone as it just rings together. You see Irvin, who's kind of tied in the back. He shakes awake and he suddenly grabs everything much more tightly. All the rest of you just open your eyes, and as that you see the first slimy fish-like hand just slam its way on the side of the ship, and that's where we're going to be ending tonight's session. So.
Come back next one.
I will show you guys the battle map whenever it does come in, because I made a little boat, and we're going to be fighting it.
That's
So
cute.
I'm very excited for it.
That was an adorable boat.
Thank you. That's the boat you guys hired.
Yay!
If you want to have a bigger boat, I
What
need
if
more
we
money.
got the bigger boat from?
I would have had to
Elena?
get a bigger boat. It was only like most of them are carrying these ships. If you decided to go with a dinghy, I have a dinghy, or dinghy, and if you decided to go with a larger ship, I would have had to come up with something. Probably drew it on
Should
the
have
battle
done
map or
that.
something. Fuck off. You should have walked.
You just imagine, here's the card in the ocean.
Next time we're going to be picking up with that combat starting, which will be next week. So until then, everybody have a nice week.
Oh yeah.
You guys prep or do whatever you normally do, and we will
Yes,
see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Yes, so I can have to. Some of you can have to do seasick combat with Zera.